Bone thugging, not for nothing, never catch me slipping. Pull up the spots, we got the drop, they never paid attention. About the missing dirty project called project missing. Got people jumping on my line like I was going fishing. Down to my tire. That's like flash right fire. Like your food, so you can't digest. I can't digress. Shining on vampires who can't process the moon over campfire. Bone thugging, not for nothing, never catch me slipping. Pull up the spots, we got the drop, they never paid attention. About the missing dirty project called project missing. Got people jumping on my line like I was going fishing. Down to my tire. That's like flash right fire. Like your food, so you can't digest. I can't digress. Shining on vampires who can't process the moon over campfire. We on the move, breaking rules, no they can't tie us, can't buy us. Manila envelope deniers, control time, data still clocking. Got 30 more trying to resurrect the chauffeur of the real prophet. They trying to get the profit like a dollar sign and bracket. Game of tennis, nigga, I'm just here to make the racket. These crooked governments got royalties and cups and all we got is nationality. Like all inside the gallery, supporting my mentality. Bloodline stretching like a dim. It's all the way from robbery to slaughtery. My mind is Asiatic, probably show me proofs inside the circle 7 Asiatic. We not nigga black or color. Bone thugging, not for nothing, never catch me slipping. Pull up the spots, we got the drop, they never paid attention. About the missing dirty project called project missing. Got people jumping on my line like I was going fishing. Back on my mission, back up on my ammunition, back up all this competition. They don't got this kind of vision, no. These are the new days of a heart on my zombie taking copy by the minute. Got these shots spinning. Between the corner square, I'm sitting between the wise and yokum. Never scared, ships around the thousands. Me and I don't know the way some things. I think they're not us, drones. So look at drones, they're black. Got trap 5G phones and plans. Check their heads and their backs. Adams, apple, big, what kind of female is that? The color change like a chameleon. Plus, all the way tracks. White sticking out sidewalk holes, Miss Frankenstein, no protection needed. Self-lubricating vagina, so anthropomorphic. There's go for more dicks that he can give it. And Android goes living. Skylanders, NSA, surveillance is global. Since refusal to be noble, short screen is Constantinople. Force GMO, nanotech, air clouds. Sound weapons, heart attack guns for non-social distance crowds. Bone thugging, not for nothing, never catch me slipping. Pull up the spots, we got the drop, they never paid attention. About the missing dirty project called project missing. Got people jumping on my line like I was going fishing. Back on my mission, back up on my ammunition, back up all this competition. They don't got this kind of vision, no. These are the new days of a heart on my zombie taking copy by the minute. Got these shots spinning.
So let me welcome our friends and colleagues from Morocco for this very important first session of the U.S.-Morocco Strategic Dialogue.
I say up, never sleep, cause we gotta go. That way, nation lead, new seas on the road, heavenly. I say up, we been in my plan, watching where they go, trying to test the process in my land. We get all the process in my land. Travel for the process in my land. Take up for my land, my land. Buried in me, shine with the love. I am a God. Honor my fam, long my day. Die in the shop. I go to Hail Mary, get bloody like Carrie. Die in my prom, like busting the crates and prison rewind. Get better with time, I fall home to the portrait. Memorize all the records of the more time. Buried in my launches. Library at a conference, library by the context. 1492, talk about the Spanish when it came to conquest. In real life, playing contraband, trying to deal with the contraband. Hard life going honest, man. All night for my daughter, on a hot block with no monster. In my land, that's it, fresh, custom up plant. You I lead, prophet the man. You I be, count with C-bands. Yes, indeed, this be my land. I say up, never sleep. We gotta go. That way, nation lead. You please on the road. Ho, 70. I say up, we pain in my plan. Watch as there they go. Trying to test the process in my land. My land. We get out of the process in my land. Travelers for the process in my land. My land. Take up for my land. My land. My land. My land. It's not a city corpse. 10,000 years haven't been up there. Foreigners came to my land, pointing guns and swinging Jesus cross. Empire, not a city state. 5 atomic, not shitty lakes. Continent, not Turtle Island. Noblemen, not a wild man. Home is North America, not a stranger, but the landlord. Free white people, not Negro, black, PC over color. Navigate with no water. Blacks are still getting slaughtered. Nationality, the order. Foreigners create war borders. Calling themselves governors since they can't call themselves baby. To keep you in ignorance, to replace the E with the A. Keep you defended, always a defendant. Kill you, brother, over sneakers, but when the highwaymen kill you, you won't defend it. I say up, never sleep, cause we gotta go. That way, nation lead, you peace on the road. Ho, 70. I say up, we pain in my plan. Watch as there they go, trying to test the process in my land. My land, we get out the process in my land. Travelers for the process in my land. My land, take up for my land. My land, my land, my land, my land. No, I say up, we gotta go that way. Nation lead, you peace on the road.
It is a violation.
I say up, we pain in my plan. Trying to test the process in my land. My land, my land.
Long as hair,
My land,
blood,
travelers for the process in my land. My land, my land, my land, my land, my land, my land, my land.
Islam knows. All right. So basically, there's been a lot of things going around about the Moors, and specifically, these people named calling themselves Wild Indians have coincided with a Moor who is also a Mason by the name of DJ Atumbe. So off the rip, sharing my screen because we can't even waste our time with this. First thing we got to do is put forth the man. Here we go. Now in this picture, courtesy of a Moor, courtesy of a wise Moor, you can see the prophet is standing in a similar position to this American Indian. Is that a coincidence? That is like, why is this there? But you got Indians talking and saying stuff. Now, why I start with this picture is because it's so right on point to what they did, like what the Indians did, and it's crazy because they're colluding with the Masons to go against the Moors. This happened before. This happened in history before. So, honest to the prophet, let this jaw sit here real quick. You can see the turban on this Indian, right? With the feather up. And then you see the turban on the Moor with the feather up. What's this? And then he got his hand over the lapel. But something happened, Moors. And that's what we're going to start with. So, honest to the prophet. And minimize that. And let's take a trip over here to skip through. Is this it? South American cultures. Wait, let me find it. Oh, here we go. Now with this interesting read, you see these Europeans, but don't even worry about that. We're going to get to it. So we skip down here and we just we just blow this up. y'all see what's going on here? Do we really get what's going on here? What's that? What's that, bro? See, see, see now that we dealing with this, right? What is that? Because if that's there, right? We scroll on down, and what we got? What we got? The Northeast Annual Powwow of the Algonquin Indians, or the so-called Darkskins, right? Mm-hmm. But why they posted out in front of the Masonic Lodge? It's a little bit. What's going on? See, so when these Indians are sitting with this Mason and they're going against the Moors, this is I'm looking at it right now from the past. Let's see what year this took place, so we can see how real. 1925. What an interesting date, Morris. What an interesting time, because there was already a Canaanite temple, and there was soon to be Moor's holy temple of science. How come he didn't say we was Algonquins? Because stuff like this was going on. Stuff like this was going on. So okay, now let me zoom out a little bit. Because this is the histories they don't ever talk about with us. They poke fingers and point fingers at people and make little claims, but they don't never come clean of the things that happened to them. You know, their little tribalism. So you see all the so-called dark-skinned Indians, these is chiefs and all that, but they wanted to go into the Masonic temple. Now here's the big one, Morris. This is the big one. Do you see these men right here? Get that boule going on. Bow tie right here. Get that boule going on. Right? You see a bow tie? Right? Look at that hair. See, it's time for boule to start infiltrating. Right? Who the hell? Look, wait. Let me get over here. Boom. You see my man right here? Looking like MLK. You know what I mean? Ready to sell them all out. You know what I mean? And then what do you have here? You got the European with his hand not like the prophet and the chief had their hand. The Indians, like, you guys like sold out. How come the prophet, when they showed a picture of the prophet in front of the temple, how come there's no European in there with his hand in his belt? What is this? Can we agree that the United States Masonic, they infiltrated? And look at these little gentlemen over here. So these are going to be the men who they call the Indians afterwards. Jig is already up. See? So I think they want to say who's a circus. This is weird. This is bad. They ask us where the fez comes from. Where do we get our fez from? How is that American? Well, we jump, right? We jump. You already see what we're dealing with over there, right? What is this? What is it? What we got, what we got here? Billy Bowlegs the third with a big fez on, big fez, like the Moais. Okay. Next out of there. What do we have here, Morris? Like, what is this? It says some statues used to don top knots. Wow, called pukeo. So the pukeo, only one of the Tangarikis, Moais is wearing one, and the rest of the pukeos are laying on the ground. So this pukeo thing, what is this? Oh, and then look at the last sentence. It says Pukeo suggests that the ancestor represents had a very high status within the clan. So Pukeo. So this is not a fez. Pukeo are hat-like structures or top knots formerly placed on the top of some Moai statues on Easter Island, which is America, right? They were all carved from a very light red volcanic scoria, which was quarried from a single source at Puna Pau. So we could easily see the Moai, right? And then why does Moai sound close to Moor, right? And he has a Pukeo, and that's the name of the fez. This is all in America. So how are we, getting or adopting something from another people if the same statues have the same feathers in America? It's called Rapa Nui. So obviously somebody's playing games, and look at what they're doing now. You got the 65th president of Bolivia, Evo Morales. He's adorning fez, right? What is it, right? How Evo Morales' third term will challenge Bolivia's social movements. Why is he mooring up? Look at the years, Moor. 1492 to 1992? What are they talking about? Black Americas, what are they talking about? Man, look over here in this corner. Go over here in this corner. What are they talking about right here? No. We're going to have to do it. We're going to have to see this. What the hell? Our latest print issue, from our archive, select the features of, okay, the Black Americans, 1492 to 1992. What are we talking about here? What are we dealing with? These are Moors, 1492. Oh, see, African slaves trying to play the game. Now, it's funny how they're saying people that's coming from, when they don't even say where they come from. Oh, Black Americans. So people in America from 1492 to 1992, the document. They're not talking about Moors. Look at the fez the Moor has on. Go zoom in. What is this? He's American Moor. He has a fez. Dark as I don't know what. So somehow we weren't here to try to take this type of stuff away. So it's weird. So when you see my man, he's only being like the Black Indian, the Black American, the Moor, right? The Moorish American. Look at the colors they're wearing. So they're adorning their so-called sovereignty, right? But our people have a problem still. What's this headdress? I was looking up. I think it's the Mosque Pacha, right? So we can see now. We can see how. Oh, right there you go. So yeah, the Mosque Pacha. So we can see how the fez was even adorned by the Incas. It's all America, right? Description of the Mosque Pacha was an imperial symbol worn only by the Sapa Inca, or king of Cusco and emperor of the Tuantinsil. It was a chaplet made of layers of many-colored braid, which hung from a latu, a fringe of the finest red wool with red tassels fixed to gold tubes. It was decorated with gold threads and a tuft, bearing 2 or 3 upright feathers from the mountain Cascara, right? A sacred bird called the Corsquenque, or Corquenque in Spanish, was in the physical expression of the ultimate political power in the Inca Empire. So let's see what a Corquenque looks like. Oh, wow. So now we see where this eagle symbolism comes from. The Caracara. So the Caracara. So you already see that these people are borrowing stuff, these so-called Oyobo. They're borrowing stuff to even adorn their banner. These sacred birds that we already had over here. Recognized. So Mascapacha, you see that there's fezzes already adorned all the way back from the Moai. They're bringing it back in Bolivia, another part of America. Mascapacha, the Incas had the feathers with turbans, and this is the stone figurine of it. Big nose, big lips. See the fez on top, short fez, like sort of like a turban, but you know. Anyway, go. And this brother Yusuf was speaking on how C. Freeman L talked about how in ancient Egypt they called the fez the Kez. Well, he was trying to find where that could link to, and he said he was following the Mississippi. He found Nenchez. I looked deeper into Nenchez, and there's a tribe of so-called Indians called Nez Perce tribe. The Nez is the headdress that they adorn. What is so? This is not a fez with the little feather out. It's not a fez. Look at how they got the tassel hanging. It's not a fez. What do we got going on here, Morris? See, and then they try to infiltrate right here, right? They try to infiltrate. But you see that there's a fez being adorned. There's this fake picture right here, right? With these two Indians, fake Indians, $5 Indians with the war bonnets. Nobody wore war bonnets. That's falsehood. But the Nez Perce, you can find the headdress as a corn husk headdress. What's going on? What's going on? So you see the fez. You move on, or the Nez, should I say. Now we get into the ancient man and his first civilization, South America, the Lima culture. Look at what we do here, right? You see the Olmec Holtec heads popping out of the wall. This is the original Western Wall. They want to talk about some stuff in fake Israel. Let's deal with the real. The Huari land, Tiahuanaco, with the heads popping out the walls, boys. That's trippy. That's real trippy. Walls and ramp leading to the ceremonial plaza of Chan Chan. Now look, if you look up a ziggurat looks just like this picture on the right, right? This means that we had that building structure and those skills over in the Americas and the Inca before there was a Sumerian culture, or were we the Sumerian culture? Now let's zoom into this fez to look like a mushroom. Boom. You see the entity, right? The 2 feet, the hands, the head, and what is this? What is this? Let's zoom in a little closer. Zoom in a little closer. We got some trippy stuff happening. There's a mushroom on top of his head. Why? Why? Why is there a mushroom up here? We'll get into that later. And if you look over into this, the Chima Chima cough pillow, you see all the deities. Some of them are upside down, some of them are right side up with the fezzes. They have little fez caps on, or mushroom caps. Our ancestors got real trippy. There's a pyramid here that looks like a fez or a mushroom. What are we doing? That pyramid look like a mushroom or a fez. Feather cloths. So zoom out. And we skip down, all the way down. They see one of the ancestors they just got sitting out there, the Chinkoro mummies. So we had mummies over here. He's talking about Egypt. Listen, man. Hold up. The Chinkoro mummies are mummified remains of individuals from the South American Chinkoro culture found in what is now the northern Chile. They are the oldest examples of artificially mummified human remains, becoming popular by up to 2,000 years before the Egyptian mummies. Huh? The South American mummies before the Egyptian mummies? While the earliest mummy that has been found in Egypt dated 3000 BC, the oldest anthropologically modified Chinkoro mummy dates from around 5050 BC, the oldest naturally mummified mummy recovered from the Atacama Desert is about 7,220. So the 7 comes back around for BC. So we go way, way back when it comes to mummifying. Then you had to have a science. Let's look. The Chinkoro mummy of an adult male, large patches of black ooze across the chest and left thigh. Scientists think the black ooze is a result of increased microbial activity, likely due to rising relative humidity. More, his melanin is still there. They talking about the black ooze and some micro. Look, his melanin is still on the body. You see what I'm saying? Ancestors never die. He just passed form. So we skip this. This is ancient stuff. Going back way before the so-called Egyptian culture, which is predate. Egyptian goes as far back as 4,200 BC, right? When they started to get stuff popping. We go all the way back to 500 BC, 5,000 BC, and then if I pull up right now, the pyramids of Brazil, they go back to 5,000 BC too, before the Egyptian joint. That's on I posted that on Instagram. But you see the mummies before the Egyptians. All right, another fez going on. The Inca nobles, right? Remember they tried to tell us that these were Africans? These are the Inca nobles. It's from America. Gold. Okay. Portrait of an Incan nobleman and his sons, painted by a native Andean painter, Andres Sanchez Galque, 1599. The Inca are depicted wearing Spanish clothing, but with Inca gold adornments, and are captioned with Spanish names, prefix Don, meaning Lord or gentleman. So they had titles. Don. Right? Modern Peruvian. You see the fez up here. Modern Peruvian people. They're trying to do some stuff. Modern, right? Black and albino. Yeah. See. So when you start seeing the mestizo, you see 1770. That's later dates, right? They add the little European in there, the pale face, right? 1715. They don't bring them people into any depictions before around this time. Now, look at this. Everybody always skips this. The Inca Kings list. And according to the Inca Kings list, they didn't become European until around here. So let's dive into that. Boom. You even see this more eyes glowing. So it says in this panel from the painting in the Larco Museum in Lima, Peru, that depicts the Inca emperors and the sequent European emperors of the Inca. This panel depicts some of the Spanish kings who were Inca emperors. Here we see Philip the Fourth of Spain, Philip Corto, 1605 to 1665, House of Habsburg, same house of Charles V, was the last black king of Spain. And that his son Charles II of Spain, Carlos II, 1661 to 1700, was the last Habsburg to reign in Spain, was apparently a mulatto. The painting can be dated circa 1800 because the last two entries are Carlos Terceros, Charles III, as the 24th Inca emperor, and his son Carlos Corto, Charles the fourth, House of Bourbon. So the 25th emperor. So look at what they're speaking of here. It's Carlos, what they say, Felipe Corto. Boom. Felipe Corto, you see the Moor. And they say he's the last black ruler, or last Moorish ruler. And then you got Charles II, Segundo, he's the last of the Habsburgs. So after this, when you get to Philip V, it starts getting pale, right? But this is the last dark skin, right? And if we go up to Charles V, that's Charles V. So this is the Christian ruler and all that. This is Charles V. So if these people look just like us, you can see that there was no takeover of some hostile approach by some pale skins. So when we deal with these Indians and they make those claims, they're scimitar there, right? Get out of there. And you see what they did. They handled the lapel with the mason. Let's go back. Handle the lapel with the mason, right? The pale mason. And these are the Council of Algonquin Indians of the Northeast. It's all the dark-skinned ones, and they was adding in some of the, adding in some here. And they had some Boule members, right? You go up to this picture up here, the one they like to show without showing the whole building. They never show the whole building, and I always wondered why until I seen this picture, and they don't show the whole building because it's a Masonic compass and square on it. So, shall we enter the circus? So let's go into the circus. If y'all seen Cujo's presentation, you already know what this is dealing with, talking about circuses. But right here, it say the concept of circus originated in ancient Rome, right? So when you do that, that scimitars the whole claim of circuses being started in the World Fair. We're going to deal with that. But if this is saying right here that this is ancient Rome, then there's no such thing as circuses being from the World Fair. And we got different joints on this. Get out of there. And this is the whole history about, clowns not really being clowns, but being, high priests. First things first, we go into the Egyptian Empire. Allow me to touch on the subject, important mention. The term clown didn't exist until around the 16th century. Obviously, they didn't have the term clown in Egyptian times. Clown also throughout history has always been worn makeup and big shoes and a red nose. Those things aren't what make a clown, right? The one thing it does is the inherent need to make others feel good and laugh. That, my friends, is the true definition of a clown. Now, why? Why was it important to make people laugh? I wouldn't even say laugh, because it's more so, we talking about something spiritual. There's a spiritual essence to this, circus that we see. Travels through Greco-Roman history, right? So in this right here, we see another circus. An illustration of the Pavilio de Ludus Circensis, which shows the chariot race in progress and the layout of a typical Roman circus. This big building, you see, right? That's all part of the circus. See how it's curved like a circle, right? There's a whole thing with these circuses. It's not just about entertaining and all that and making people laugh. No. It's a system. Look at the Egyptian or the Roman. Same difference. He's dark as I don't know what, with the hair flowing in his Circus Maximus from Rome, the Colosseum, and also the what they call that thing. It'll come up, but it's a different word they call the pavilion, the race. So you can just see this culture of circus. It goes back way before any. This here. The Romans put a lot of time and effort into making races as fair as possible. Racers drew a lot of starting positions. Racers get raced. So they was already betting. They was already betting on races and all that. Jockeys, horse jockeys, that's old. 2nd century mosaic from Lion. The drivers wear a tunic of their faction's color. Note the water-filled spina with dolphin and egg lap counters. It is even possible to see that it is the 4th lap. So they're on their 4th lap of this race. So, Ancient cultures of circus? Circus at Carthage? Wait, wait. So you mean to tell me Hanno, the Carthaginian, knew about the circus? Here, in this early third century AD mosaic of the Circus of Carthage, the chariots represent the fourth circus fraction. There also is a hortator, or on horseback, and a sparser holding an amphora, and a whip. But in other ways, the iconography is unique. For example, it is the only mosaic to show both the interior of the arena and the exterior facade, which has two arcades separated by a cornice. There is also an awning over the seats, which continued over the caceres, conveying more than the appearance of an amphitheater. That's the word I was looking for, the amphitheater, than a circus. The two temple-like structures above the seating are novel as well. They may be situated in break finish lines. So look at this right here. In the place of an obelisk, there is an image of Sybil. Sybil? Seated as a lion? Associated with Callistus, the tutelary goddess of Carthage and Punic, mother goddess. Sybil was said by Tertullian the Eighth to preside over the Euripus of the Circus Maximus. Her sacred tree was the palm, four of which relates Dio, sprang up around her temple. So okay. From it comes to the symbolic palm of the victory which she was associated. So this goes back to Sybil. So the Noble Drawley saying everybody saying he's from the circus. Good. The circus at Carthage had look what they did, Morris. They ripped the they ripped the part up where the Sybil would be. I think I said tail right here, but you can't even get to see the Sybil in the form of a lion. They ripped it out. You mean to tell me you telling me ain't something weird about when we bring back the mother cultures when they was running and ruling like Noble Drew Ali was carrying the mother? When we show them on their feet, they'll rip the goddamn thing out. So you can't ever see her. So see it right here. Sybil was seated as a lion, on a lion. Oh, my fault. That's why they ripped it out. She's sitting on top of the damn lion. Man. The goddess associated with Callistus, goddess of Carthage and the Punic mother goddess. Come on, man. Sybil was said to preside over the Euripus of the Circus Maximus. So Sybil ran the damn Maximus. Sybil ran the circus. Ain't that some stuff? Get out. And they rip her out so you can't ever see it. So ain't that funny. Rose-tinted menagerie. What are we doing? The rose-tinted menagerie is more. The ancient circus. Oh, people that once bestowed commands, consulships, legions, and all else now meddles no more, and eagers long for just two things: panem et circenses, the return of the circus, or land and circus. Let me do this. Land and circus. Hold up now. Hold up. What we dealing with? Maxim's going on. Bread and circus? Oh, of course. Pen. Yeah, of course. Panem. That reminds me. Oh shit. That reminds me of damn what's that John? The Mockingjay. That little movie. They lived at their land was called Panem. Bread. And then they was playing the circus. That's crazy. So we go back to the blood menagerie. So two things: bread and circus. Juvenile. So why is it juvenile talking back in the day? So anyway, circuses were about commands, consulships, and legions. So now when that fell away, everybody just wanted their bread and circus. See, this is crazy. From Rome to Ringling has long been the rallying cry of the world's most ardent circus fans, proud of the pedigree of genealogy which saw the hippodromes and amphitheaters of ancient Rome. What the hell is a hippodrome? Evolve into the most distinguished of today's circus. So they get this stuff from ancient Rome. What is ancient Rome? Moro. So we got the Regnum Mororum et Romanorum. That's the Moro Roman kingdom, right? Because Moor started Rome. You could go look up brother Is Bay. He'll break that down. How we were the Sultanate of Rum, and the fez of the Sultanate of Rum was called the Rumitopi. The Rumitopi. And that's the fez, you know. In her definitive historical study, Circus, dedicated to the men and women now and yesterday who have created that timeless delight, that imperishable fantasy, the American author, okay, Marion Murray, okay, that's not coincidental, points to the indisputable link between the contemporary animal trainers and those of ancient Rome. The trained animals, she wrote, which delighted audiences then as now, from closet link between Roman amphitheater and the modern circus. Trainers today can do little that was not done, at least as well as those in Rome. So they can still do the same stuff today. Yet, from the very beginning, the performing arts and the tamed animal show had quite distinct roots. Along the banks of the Nile, so now we go from Rome to Egypt. See how that goes? So, but are we dealing with America, like ancient America? Later. Along the banks of the Nile, aka the Mississippi, along as long ago as 2500 BC, ain't 2 plus 5 something? Okay. Rich and poor alike were entertained by jugglers, acrobats, and jesters. Small bands of players even roam from village to village. So would this be the ancient history of us going from place to place to set up civilization, but it was called the goddamn circus? Did you not see the ancient circus of Rome? How big it was? Those buildings? This is the circus, Morris. When we bring culture to different places. Let me get it. Sorry, but I get excited. Small bands of players roam from village to village, like an itinerant show of people in the Middle Ages. Oh. But the tradition of the circus animal does not belong in this more enlightened period of history. Why? Because we didn't do things like that to the animal. You know what that animal is going through when he's sitting on a goddamn tricycle and hat on? They're whipping him the crap. Look, y'all, we'll deal with that later. How harmful these people, these Europeans treat, these Oyobos treat the animals of our ancient ancestors that are all spiritual animals. They whip the crap out of the elephant till the elephant go crazy. They whip the hell out of the tiger till the tiger don't realize it's a tiger no more. Shout out to Cat Williams. But that was some real shit. What we did was not tame the animal, but we would unleash the essence of this animal's nature, which is this spirit. It was a spiritual animal. We had totems and all that, but keep going. Tradition, so more enlightened period. So in the more enlightened period, let's see what we were doing. Though the Egyptian aristocracy trained animals for hunting and kept them as pets, including species as hyenas, leopards, and lions, and regarded many creatures from the cat to the crocodile as sacred. We got what's the crocodile? What is the crocodile? Moot. Right, and what is the cat? Bess, the Basset. There were no performing animals as such in ancient Egypt. It was necessary that a far more mechanistic culture, one more contemporary of nature. See, they ain't value nature and the God in it like we understand. Would invent, so this is the Oyobo now, would invent the idea, not the art, but the idea of the performing wild beast. Quite simply because from its very inception, its basis was to ridicule and demean the innate character of the animal. Didn't they do that to another people? They did that to a people. Deduce them down to an animal idea, a wild beast idea, savage, runaway, maroon, all that stuff, right? An idea of a wild beast, right? Basis just to ridicule and demean the innate character of the animal, right? 7 USC, subsection 136 B. The definition of the animal includes man. So what are we dealing with here? Circus. All right, now this is where we blow the lid off of some stuff. We blow the lid off of some stuff here, right? It is recorded that Hanno, one of the most distinguished of the Carthaginians, was the first human being who dared to handle a lion and exhibit it as tamed, and that this supplied a reason for his impeachment, because it was felt that a man of such artful character might persuade the public to anything, and that their liberty was ill entrusted to one whom they ferociously had so completely submitted. Now, the lion tamer, Moor? You mean to tell me that Hanno tamed the lion so good that it scared the people into like impeaching him? Don't that sound like somebody, Moor? That sound like Trump a little bit. But why is it good that Hanno is involved with this ancient aspect of the circus? Because Hanno, the navigator, made his way over to Massachusetts and signed that Bornstone. That's our ancient artifact. That this land was decreed. Don't touch those damn ancient markings, right? The circus is reputed for having begun its life in ancient Rome. 329 BC. What's that? 12, 13, 14, 2 sevens, right? When building began on Circus Maximus, situated in the long, narrow valley between Palestine and Aventine Hills. Now, wait, do I got something for this? Yeah, we already looked at that, but this is a different one. Let's go into this. Let's see what this says. Circe et Cunque ludicrorum circensium. So this is the circus. At the bottom, you see circus. But when we go in, you see how big this building is? Look at this triple thing. This is not a joke. And in the middle, they have the European obelisk thing, right? And all the rest of this in the middle was to be the separation of the race, like the middle point. So they would adorn it with different tapestries and stuff like that. But you see, this is a circus. This big ass thing is a circus. It makes you think again about the World Fair, right? Yeah, that's all. That was all. Just basically about Hanno being a lion tamer. Blood menagerie. You already know about the juggling. We already dealt with that. You see the juggling in ancient Egypt. You see the acrobats in ancient Egypt. Let's go into that. Right. You already see. You see the bow and arrow being used by the ancient Egyptians before there was any Indians. You see ancient Egyptian culture doing circus before there was any circus. The women are juggling. The women are cartwheeling and okay, we're out of here. Women are juggling some more. Okay, look, 4,000 years ago. Do we need anything more? And then don't let us remember we dealt with the Olmecs and all them already. They was doing this thing for 5,000 years, so they predate even this. So see what we're doing? See how we're doing this? Like, go, right? Ancient Greek rope walkers, huh? Y'all thought we was gonna leave out the tightrope walkers, huh? Come on, Morris. Wait a minute. Look, frizzy hair. What's going on with the what's that? The woolly haired Roman pictures. Okay. While our ritual form of prayer, slacklining is relatively new invention, right? An act of rope walking has been documented in some form or another since at least the time of ancient Greece and Rome, ancient Moorish Rome, ancient Moorish Greece, right? This is Sparta type stuff, right? 32,000 BC, if not longer, they was walking on ropes. Hear me? Rope walking is the true mother of slacklining, huh? Like slackliners, rope walkers use ropes simply anchored by each end with no guy wires and no pole for stabilization. You had to have some balance. You had to have the balance. You need to get the balance. The ancient Greeks were fascinated by rope walking, though they likely attributed the skills of rope walking to magic more than technique. Huh? What? So they was doing magic? Ancient Greeks is doing magic. Oh, circus in ancient Greece. Way before there was anything about the World Fair. Y'all gotta get it. Y'all gotta understand. And had 4 different words for rope walkers: the Autobot dance, dances on the rope, and the Notobot sets his rope at great heights, and the Schoenbot, flies down the rope, and the Acrobat does acrobatics on the rope. In 260 BC, Censor Malesia, or Masala, Censor Masala, did away with these distinctions, uniting them into a single word, Fanambulus, from Fanis, a rope, and ambulare, to walk. Many different kinds of balancing acts already existed, including the aesthetic dance movements and the satiric routine. So they saying this shit, oh, more, here go y'all pictures. Yeah, you don't want pictures? Let's get the picture going. Oh, now see, they want to hate on me when I zoom in. So zoom out and it goes in. That's funny. So we got tightrope walking, pictures of damn Greece and all this stuff going on. Then tightrope and all that stuff. Get out of there. Boom. So what else we got? Is that all? Oh, here we go. More pictures of the dark-skinned noble with his turban on. And I've got to zoom out to go in. Here we go. This Moor got a turban on and he's tightrope walking and he's dark red. He's red. He's American looking. What is he doing? Turban? Tightrope? Okay. Ancient. Wrong. So as the rope dancers became alienated from the Roman world of sports and athletics, many of them found themselves among attractions at the circuses and sideshows, along with the magicians, jugglers, jesters, and mountebanks, tricksters, and charlatans. Under the influence of these groups, they started to supplement their show with satire, attacking the moral betrayals of politics. So now, instead of doing all the art and all that, they include it in the so-called, Olympics. These people started to make satire about the bad politics. Makes sense. That's exact more satire. Y'all don't get this? Look, this is what y'all like Dave Chappelle so much for, because he did satire routines of the politics and stuff that was serious or whatever, and he would make it funny so you can get the message but laugh while you're doing it. See, this is an ancient culture. This goes all the way back into comedy, entertaining through laughing. So Dave Chappelle, yeah, so back in the day, Dave Chappelle and them in a certain time, they would have been known as the kings. After subjugation, they just become jesters, aka comedy show, skit show writers that make fun of the government, stuff that he can't say out loud like that, because other stuff, orders. We go. And in this, I was looking at the ancient acrobat. Yeah. So we go into the ancient acrobat and watch how it translates to cultures, right? You got Greece right here, right? And then you got Rome right here. You got a so-called mother from the Alkebulan right here. And then over here you got an Olmec, right? But then next to the Olmec, see, it's about to get crazy. I'm about to do y'all in now. Now we about to do them in. So we got the Romans, we got the Greco-Romans or Egypto-Romans, whatever. You got the so-called now what's this? Indian Street, Moors, and entertainers including a sword swallower, juggler, and acrobat, hand-colored copper plate drawn and engraved and by Andrea Bereni, Bernet, Bernery, or whatever, after Francois. Ancient and modern costumes of all the people of the world, Florence, Italy. So that's where they did it. So they don't even tell you where is Indian Street. Man, this is just crazy. You see the Egyptian mother bending over. I mean, this is all the art of the circus, the yoga. You know what I mean? Look at him bending. Olmec, what's going on? Why is there Olmec things happening? Then you got the tightrope walker, goes back to Greece and Rome, right? This so-called mother from Alkebulan. You got the so-called Cometian stuff with them bending, right? You got a bending Olmec. This is just like the circus. See, bending again. Circus when they be bent, when they do the acrobatics and swinging each other from the ropes, they bend just like this. It's the same thing. Look at the mother doing a handstand on a bull. Bull leaping? What is this? Like, see? We were circusing, bro. What is this? Bronze Age. Bull leaping. Fresno, California. 1400 BC. Okay. Depicts a young man performing what seems to be handspring or flip over a charging bull. Bull leaping was a local sport during which the athlete had to execute jumps over the bull. More. Fresno, California? That's where this is supposed to be? What are we doing? They say the museum is in Greece, but they say the bull leaving Fresno thing. Fresno, California is from 1400 BC. Khalifa land? They know about Cali. Notice they got the leopard stuff on. More Olmecs. Now you got the Asiatics doing some type of handstand, looking like they dressed up in some circus. Got old, what is that? Iberian ashlars, the Iberian ashlars. So this is an Iberian, naughty-headed, right, with their legs bent over. So this is all art. Everybody knows that we're the circus, but us. Look at the little chicklets with the feathers. All right, man, out of there. Circus Maximus, we dealt with that already. All the way back when they honored Jupiter, right? Going around this racetrack, they honored Jupiter. And probably the rings of Saturn, too. Because these people in Rome, they practiced Saturnalia, which they tried to make some gay stuff. But in real life, that's just the understanding of the judgment. I mean, understanding the rings of Saturn, understanding the North Pole of Saturn being a six-pointed star, understanding both so below. What do they call that? The Merkaba. The higher self and the lower self intertwined as one. So it's more circus stuff going all the way back to Maximus. Let's see, all the way back to 5 something. So we already killed that chariot races. All right, now this is what I wanted to really get into. The circus bath, right? So when you come all the way up into now, you got the circus bath. But ain't this funny? Ain't this the circus the way it was built when I showed y'all the first time? Look, this is the circus. This is circus bath, right? Look at the circular build. That's the circus. Probably in ancient times, they had a circus going on in the middle of this. Who built this? Europeans? Huh? Europeans built this? No, this is a keyhole shape. Look how you enter it. Go out. 3 sides to go out. 3 again. Juggling. So the circle, Morris. This is the circus bath of England, showing you that it's more so a building thing. It's architecture, right? Royal crescent. Let's look at what the royal crescent is. Another crescent shape building in England. So what do we comparison to 1769, right? Oh, completion of building work, so-called building it, right? I don't know. It's already built. What are they doing? They probably building a front porch. Yeah. All right. But yeah. So you see this crescent building, the crescent bath, so it's funny how the royal crescent and bath, it's in the same exact place as the circus. So these are buildings. It's architecture, right? So we go now to what's this? Moorish revival architecture. Because when we go to the royal baths, let's see what architecture they use to build this. Design and construction. The circus, which is designed by Wood Elder. Paladine style above. Georgian architecture. So watch this. Georgian architecture, that's what they use to build this, the Royal Crescent. And let's see what they use to build the what they use to build the bath. Same, yep, Gregorian architecture. So no, I'm gonna type into that. I just wanted to go down to this right here. And okay, we're gonna deal with that after. Right here, Gregorian Opera Theater, right? Look at the design. Gregorians always loved the opera and flocked to the main. Okay, right? The Opera House was first opened in 1851 at the beginning of the Moorish revival. Huh? So Georgia architecture is Moorish revival, right? There you go. Moorish revival. Right down here, the first damn thing they show you is a Georgian temple, but then it's goddamn Moorish revival. Okay. So when you see this, Moorish revival. When you see this, Moorish revival. And definitely, when you see this, that means it's Moorish. Do you get it? See how we ran through? Right back to where Moors created this design. I know. Gregorian, see, so we do it again. Gregorian agriculture, circus bath, right? Royal crescent, right? That's how it looks from above, right? So when we look at the old thing, right? Same thing. Circular, big ass building, right? So we see what type of architecture was used. They say Georgian architecture. Moorish revival. Georgian National Opera Theater. The Georgians loved their operas and all that. And then they built this at the beginning of the Moorish revival. Georgian. To typify what Georgian architecture is. It's Moorish or Moresque, right? History of clowns. While clowns are the highlight of many parades, circuses, and carnivals, the long history of clowns goes back much farther, from ancient Rome to medieval times to the Northern American Indians. Let me do that again. The role of the clowns throughout history, right? While the clowns are the highlight of many parades, circuses, and carnivals, the history of clowning goes back much further. From ancient Rome to medieval times to the North American Indians. See, they included y'all in. Not natives, right? American Indians, the way y'all want to be. Yeah, y'all in there too. The history of the clowning around can be seen throughout the ages. The clowning around, right? Today, we recognize clowns as over-the-top figures with bright makeup, crazy clothes, and large footwear. However, they didn't always have this appearance. Understanding this history of clowns may lead you to a new appreciation of these important figures in history. First clown sightings. The history of clown dates back to 2400 BC, as the first recording of clowns was founded in ancient hieroglyphics in the 5th dynasty of Egypt. Did we not show you that? We just showed y'all that. The jugglers, they were clowns. So when we did the video earlier, I was making an assumption. Maybe they was the clowns. No, that picture we was looking at, 24B, yeah, those were clowns. So they were the high priests doing those tricks to entertain the people, right? And what do we say in Rome? Once you subjugate the government, they stop being government, and they go down to satire to make fun of who's trying to become government. So to get the people disenchanted from believing it. It's all about belief. It's all you need to rule the people is the belief. If I got the minds of the people, I got them. I got their land. I got their minds. Ancient Greece and Rome. This history of clowns in ancient Greece leads to the popularization of clowns in show. The clowns in ancient Greece were often bald-headed, wore additional padding in order to appear large and chubby. Oh, you want to look like you was eating. Oh, okay. Performing in plays, they would poke fun at the serious villains of the play and throw peanuts at the audience. Roman clowns also made their appearance in dramas. The Roman mime would appear, would wear a pointed hat. That's a fez, Moor. The Roman mime. And it's funny how they all mime and mimic us now. But they don't want to put the fez on to mimic us. Pantomiming our ancestors. Pointed fez and acted out different scenes within the play, providing clown entertainment. Yo, Moor, hold up. This shit just got deep. Are clowns making fun of physical life? Because they know the truth. They know the truth. We souls, Moor, we're not even really here. The body ain't real. So he made fun of it because he knew it. And he would make fun of the fact that everybody else believes so hard. Let me keep reading because it's about to get good. Middle Ages, Renaissance times, throughout medieval history, when the Europeans were sleeping, we was running, right? Fools and jesters, fools. So, damn, we got to read more. What is a fool now? See? What the hell is a fool now? Because if we dealing with a fool, in ancient times, a fool could be compared to a clown, but a clown is the goddamn high priest of Anu, and the high priest of Anu, Iwalis Fudge, is the Maurusi. Then, what the hell is a fool? Another way of saying Maurusi? Is a fool a Moor? Fool! Yo! Oh my gosh! These people can't even get called certain things no more. Y'all my clowns, right? We clowning. Hold up. Let me drop the damn clowns in the chat. We clowning. Because that's what it is, right? Fools and jesters can be seen entertaining royal courts and town citizens. Their job was much more than simple collecting laughs. Here we go. These ancient clowns were used to reinforce religious values, divine creeds, as well as display cultural values in their audience. Moors, what just happened? Religious values, the divine side, right? The display of cultural values, civic, right? The divine and national movement. Moors, the clowns were, oh my gosh, Prophet, the clowns were the first divine and national movement. Look, ancient clowns were used to reinforce religious values as well as display cultural values to their audience. They were the first divine and national movement. The Prophet, dog, how they were a catalyst for change, more change. The Delta change. Everybody, the only thing that remains unified in the universe is change, right? So this is the catalyst of the universe. Universal movement sent by the universal divine law, right? To change social culture. It was a problem, right? So the Prophet had to come and change stuff. 14th century, we getting close now to the Moors now, right? Right? Well, we in the Moors, 14th century, yeah. The juggler and the fool appeared in the tarot cards. Cujo. Hellfire, bro. I knew we was tapping on to some shit, but I never knew it would go this far. I don't even think it's done. It's still more energy and hellfire. Look at what it's doing. It's burning through all the lies. Tarot deck, tarot cards depicting the new start. What? Hellfire burn away the old new start and the ability to leave a safe place to discover new opportunities. No, more. Yes. This gave clowns an almost magical aura. Talk to me. Noble Drew Ali was a clown. So am I. And this is saying what we said earlier. They were traveling around the world and making civilization. So when we read about the blacks telling us about the Egyptians traveled the world, a civilization, ancient civilization book, cool. The clowns were doing it. The clowns were the high priests, so they the ones that took the knowledge out of Egypt. They the ones that took the knowledge into Egypt. They the ones that took the knowledge out of the goddamn Mexican damn caverns. They the ones that took it out of the goddamn Northern Americas into the whole rest of the world. We built Angkor Wat based off of clowns. This is crazy. This is crazy. Magical, just a magical aura. The prophets practice magic. Native American clowns, huh? Let's deal with it. I know they say they're not native, but let's say American Indian clowns. Let's do it like that. The history of clowns in North America is dramatically different than the history portrayed in Rome. Several North American native tribes use clowns to play a sacred function, often revealing the truth about a given situation in a comical way. Dave Chappelle shit, right? Some tribes thought laughter opened up their spirits to the gods. Laughing is close to godliness, right? Clowns were also used to keep order amongst the Indians during social gatherings. So now y'all don't want the clowns around. Y'all gonna argue with each other because the clowns kept y'all in order because the clowns are the Moors. Clowns, known as contraries in the Cheyenne tribe, would make tribe members laugh doing everything contrary to the traditional way, including riding horses backwards and walking on their hands. Talk about breakdancing. Tell me about the equestrian riding backwards. Tell me about the circus. Man, we were entertaining our people. Talking about no damn European? Let's deal with him. The circus, although the circus originated in Egypt and Rome, the first modern circus was introduced 1768 late. 1768 late. I told y'all they came out in the 1700s, right? By Philip Astley in England. The first clown act was so popular that Astley hired more clowns. More clown, yeah. It became an anticipated part of the circus for the next century. Many famous circus clowns made an appearance in a circus show across country. Clowns served no higher purpose other than making the audience laugh and helping people forget about their stress. So it took everything away, right? Through the ages, the type of clown roles have been portrayed have changed significantly from culture to culture. Not only are they an important part of North American culture, damn you Indians, come on now, but rich history of clowning has a place in cultures around the world. That's where the Moors come in, because y'all act like y'all. Now let's Moors. We're moving out. The 7 signs to be a sacred clown. What are the 7 signs to be the sacred clown? In a world that doesn't understand that boundaries can be transformed into horizons, the sacred. Morris, you got to get what's going on here. Do you see what's happening? His shoes, his sneaker is on his hands. You see how he moving through time? He got a new sneaker on, but an old moccasin on his hands because he walks on his hands. Upside down realm, Moors, y'all don't even know the magic we about to deal with. These people lived in the spiritual realm, like we say we want to be like, right? That's what they did. That's why they didn't care about looking like, beasts or whatever to people, because people is people. People is stuck in this damn trap. These people were free, Moors. They were the trippers. They were the travelers. This dude, he got the damn lightning bolt on his chest, and it's a lightning bolt striking next to him. Shango, right? Shango. In the world that doesn't understand that boundaries can be transformed into horizons, the sacred clown stands as periphery keeper. They are forever vigilant. perfect circumspect, or forever circumspect, and forever full of unconditional humor, unconditional love, Moors. Humor is love, unconditional love, humor. We want to make our people feel good. Prophet said he happy when we smiling, right? Clowns, we the sacred clowns. Nobody gets this. The world is a playground, and there are no recess. And they are on recess. They're playing around. Nothing stands outside their absolute grip on griplessness. They don't have no grip. They don't have a get a grip. They don't have a grip. They lost, spinning through this matrix. In the path of the sacred clown, I describe the basic function of the sacred clown. Here I put forth 7 signs in which you may already be one. Let's do the clown test, Morris. Let's do the 7-point clown test. There you go. Islam. Islam to my noble Embry. You the man. Shriners being the parades with little cars clowning around and around. Yes, sir. Those little Corvettes. But now we get the last laugh though, Moore, right? Don't we get the last laugh? Oh, how do you say Moore? Wait, my fault. How do you say Cornerwick, right? In Cornerwick language, how do you say Moore? No, how do you say thank you in Cornerwick? How do you say thank you in Cornerwick? Moore, that's okay. Thank you, Moore. That's funny. So that's this is Vinny the clown we speaking about. That a noble could find his way into a bay, right? People get all, what they want to get about it. But he's like, all right. He goes and he finds his Embry, right? I remember he had the green Scully on with the tassel out of it, because he's returning back to the Celt. And I'm like, damn. Well, I thought it was Celt, but he came back and said it's Cornish. I'm like, dang, Cornerwick. Which is crazy because he showed me his grandma before, and she looked Polynesian, Morris. She had her chin was tattooed. She had the tattooed chin. So I was like, damn, like yeah, he got what he needed if he wanted to do it, but he don't even want to do it. He want to go back home because he feel like the air over there would be better for his body. If that ain't no nobility, bro, I don't know. That's nobility. But on we go. The 7-trip test. You have a robust spiritual flexibility. Moore's been through every religion. I can't even think of how many religions I've been. So yeah. You deflate the ego and animate the soul. Man, all the times we had to kill off our own ego so we don't snap the neck to these retarded people. And then we go have a whole ball on the next live on Cujo using soul techniques and all types of principles. Love, true, peace, freedom, and justice. You embrace uncertainty. I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. Shit, I'm out. But I know, but I don't know. So I'm going. I like when I don't know that way, so I can let the ancestors predict for me. You have the ability to hold the tension between opposites. Oh, yeah. That makes sense. Because if two people arguing, we always get like, oh, bam, I know exactly what they're arguing over. Hold up, let me get that right there. Hold up, we know exactly what this is. We got the ability to hold the tension between opposites. Chill, dog. That's magnetism. That's magnetism, Morris. You promote radical egalitarianism and mock all tyranny. Don't we? Don't we, though? Don't we mock tyranny? We can't stand when these people be trying to deprive people of their rights under color of law. We cannot stand when the people don't understand what nationality is and how you need a nationality to even be recognized by the families of the world, the nation families of the world. Oh, well, you got to read the prophet. It makes more sense. You're a moral agent par excellence. Wow. Ain't we all? Ain't we all? That's the only type of agent I'll be, a moral agent par excellence. You move between metaphor and reality by contrary means. Moor. This is like literally the definition of what Moors are. So, I think we all passed the clown test. I've seen Shriners then run a crowd with scimitars like they're going to swim. With a foam sword, Moor was. with the phone scimitar. They always play it. Uh-oh. Hey, Heyoka. Like the hoka. Heyoka. What's the Heyoka? For jesters in Hopi mythology, see Pueblo clowns. We got them already. Chill. The Heyoka, or Heyoka, also spelled Heyoka, is a kind of sacred clown in the culture of the Sioux, the Lakota and Dakota people. Mix becomes Sioux on that art. Of the Great Plains of North America. The Heyoka is the contrarian, a jester, and a satirist. Get that jester, all right? Satirist who speaks, moves, and reacts in an opposite fashion to the people around them. We're not reactionary like everybody else. Only those having visions of the thunder beings of the West, huh? Moors, goddamn, thunder beings of the West. You know? Do you know what Toriano Obashango? Do you know he's he has the Thunder Clan? You know he runs the Thunder Clan, right? Okay, so they saying right here that the people that have their clans and all that, they understand the thunder beings of the West. Would that be the Thunder Clan Murs of the Ouachita, which is the West, in the East? We'll get to that later, but you know, let me finish this out. Who are recognized in such community, they can take on ceremonial role as the Heyoka, the Lakota medicine man, Black Elk. Okay. Well, describes himself as Heyoka, saying he's been visited by a child, visited as a child by thunder beings, thunderbirds, right? Thundercats. Oh, damn. Come on, guys. We're the straighten outer. The sacred clown, also called the straighten outer. He was always running around with a hammer, like Shango, right? Trying to flatten round and curvy things. AKA, when you have bent ways in your attitude, the scimitar is coming to bang that into a good place. Soup bowls, eggs, wagons, wheels, etc. They got it, thus making them straight, flatten them out straight, right? This is symbolic. This is a spiritual thing. When people have rounded spirits and rounded curves, like so we bang them joints back out into the straight path. That's all it's talking about. Portrayals of sacred beings. Let's go into the Wakajian. The Wakajian is a Lakota word for thunder. So the Waka Kenyan, right? Sacred wings, thunderbirds, Heyokas. And the Heyokas is that's a sacred clown. So the sacred clowns with the thunderbirds. And what are the thunderbirds, real quick? Thunderbird is a legendary creature in the North American history. Remember, I showed you the thunderbirds before. I showed you the actual bird. It's the caracara, something like that. This is the actual, the symbology of it, the caracara bird. So, or the kakara. In modern times, it's achieved notoriety is purported the cryptid, whatever. Not okay. So I guess those are the different types of monsters. Bigfoot, Loch Ness monster. Okay, but it's a bird. Why are you calling it Bigfoot? In Loch Ness, it's a bird. That's silly. So the Algonquin people. So see how we swing it right back around more. The Algonquin ones was the ones up there with that Masonic emblem outside of the building. But when we see back in the day, they were the ones who understood the thunder understandings. Great horned serpent, right? great horned serpent. Algonquin mythology, the thunderbird controls the upper world, while the underworld is controlled by the water panther, right? Or great horned serpent. Quetzalcoatl, Moors? Quetzalcoatl, right here in New Mexico on rock art, petroglyph, Muskogee traditions, the tie snake, the Askanave, or whatever, Muskogee Creek. The horned serpent is larger than the tie snake. The horned serpent is a type of underwater serpent covered by the iridescent crystalline scales and a single large crystal in its forehead. That's Quetzalcoatl, Morris. That is Quetzalcoatl. Boom, right here. That's Quetzalcoatl. And then you're dealing with the Ouroboros or whatever, rattlesnake on the rattle on the tail. But yeah, that come on now. Yep, horned serpents. What do they know about it? So we go out of there, and now we get to the Pueblo clown. Pueblo clowns, also called sacred clowns, are jesters and tricksters. The Kachina, like China, Kachina. Look at how y'all seen that look more. Don't the Chinese people dress up like this today? Kashina, right? So when they wear that, what do you call that? What do they call that? Geisha, right? And they paint their face white and have the little red powder. Is that clown? Are they clowning around when they do that? Let's show you how they clown around. Then it's funny how these people are Chinese, but they got them over here in the Hopi. Later. But anyway, you see the so-called dress ups. These people doing they're doing a so-called what do you call that? They're doing a circus as well. Kachina. The local pantheon of Kachinas varies from Pueblo community to community. A Kachina can represent anything in the natural world or cosmos, from a revered ancestor to an element or location, a quality, a natural phenomenon, a concept, right? So the Kachina is just it's a costume. So how are these people China if Kachina is just a costume? Like this is the costume. Oh wow. Oh, the red China mean red. Never mind though. Pueblo, we get the Pueblo going. Look at this jester. See the features. Big lip, big nose. See the features. All right. So with the jester, we got a number of separate kivas or rooms for political meetings. So these people are doing political again. So wait, let me go again. Each has a unique role, belonging to a separate kivas, secret society, or confraternitas. So when we get the native Pueblo Indian, then you start to get this whole secret society that formulates around these people. It's called kivas. Their secret society is called kivas. Kiva is the room used by the Puebloans for rights and political meetings, many of them associated with the Kachina belief system. Among the modern Hopi and most other Pueblo peoples, Kiva is a large room that is circular, circus, and underground and used for spiritual ceremonies. Similar subterranean rooms are found among the ruins in the North American Southwest indicating uses by the ancient people of the region, including ancestral Puebloans, the Mogollon, the Hohokam. So here you go. These are underground secret society circular circuses the Native Americans used to be in. Notice how they are nothing like the circuses of the we built, the Moorish one, with the architecture. It's just what is going on here. Where's all the architecture? Pit house. See, they're trying. Don't this remind y'all something? Wait a minute. We just showed you this. They are copying off of the goddamn the big circus build. But notice how our circus was like 3 to 4 stories. But you can see it. The culture, it's the same. More look at the outside. It's just like it's the same culture. But for some reason, these Aztec ruins, they're not as grandiose as the stuff we had in the so-called World Fair. Let's get to that. World Fair. So this is just to show the Moor bashers that there are Moors in the tribes if you know what their names are. Oh wait, what happened? All right. Y'all see this? Where it say free tribes? The tribes of the South Potomac River, independent of Powhatan, Lower Catawba woman. Moor-Talkin? Moor-Talkin. So they had a free tribe named the Moor-Talkins. And then when you say it right, you're saying Moor-Talkin, like a Talkinist. Yeah, Moor-Talkin. So more talking, right? A Talkinist. Okay. Let's put some law on that. Where the law is at? No, let's skip that. We're gonna say that there. Say that there. There's a law based on the Moor Talkins. Moors. Get to this PDF. Boom. Boom. Huh? So there's a law that mentions the Moor Talkins. Did y'all know that? 2006, April 6, 2006. Huh? HR 513. Okay. 5130. All right. Standard recognition of the Rappahannock tribe. Okay, now watch this. Watch this. Watch. Captain John Smith. He was the first one, right? So let's see what happened. Captain John Smith. And there's a law on this. This is crazy. And look how they spell more talking. But let's get it. A third meeting took place during Smith's exploration of the Chesapeake Bay, July 1608 until September 1608, when Smith was prevailed upon to make a peace between the Rappahannock and the Moor-Talkin Indians. The Moor-Talkin Indians. The Moor-Talkins had stolen 3 women from the Rappahannock king. In the settlement, Smith had the 2 tribes meet on a spot of their first fight. When it was established that both sides wanted peace, Smith told the Rappahannock king to select which of the 3 women he wanted. He wanted to, get new ones or at least, oh my God. The Moor-Talkin king got the second choice. Moscow, a Wincacomoco of Potomac River. Moscow, his name is Moscow. Moscow. Okay. Moor-Talkin. Wow. So that's there. There's a law. Moor-Talkins in it. 5130. Keep going. Carolina Genesis. Now why is this book special? Because it really does a good job of slapping the Indians in the face. Okay. Because you guys make these arguments up about who the Moors were and how Moors aren't American Indians. Okay. A Moor guard cocking. Okay, let me go before that. Toss some stuff in. Do they have the picture I need? No, that's all. So there's a picture of the Ladinos, but we'll skip it. We'll just get right to Moor-Talkins. So Moor-Talkin, lineage of Sarah Junco. Get right to the etymology of this. Okay, I think it's after this. Yeah, secret Jews of Spain. Yep. We're about to pull up on it. Yeah, Ladino Chichimeca. They skipped the picture, so that's funny. So we keep going down. So you can see, here we go. Ladino Chichimeca, all dark skin. They say Ladinos was pale people coming from Spain. They're all dark skin. Their mixed blood offspring became the Ladino Chichimeca. So the mixed blood offspring. Oh, Ladino Chichimeca, go down. Native Americans were unfamiliar with Spanish military technique, herdsmanship. All right, go down, go down. Naya Blackamoor or tawny young maid enslaved will make hard shift, but she will be in fashion the attire of this base sort of Blackamoors and mulattoes, which is a mixed nature, Spanish and Blackamoor. So light in their carriage, so enticing that many Spaniards of best sort disdain their wives for them. Wow, wow. So when they seen the Spanish would see the Moorish women over here, they would disdain their wives for them, for the Moorish women. hmm The Mozatovs were described as blackamoors. This is for that one who was saying he was a Mozatov. DNA evidence suggests that the author's third great grandmother, Sarah Junco, descended from these same people, the Mozatovs, who were described as blackamoors, gypsies, and Ladino Chichimeca in colonial Mexico, then called New Spain, for 300 years. But Moorish or mixed ethnicity whose primary language is Spanish. Encyclopedia of Britannica describes Ladino as an individual of Indian and African / Moorish or mixed ethnic. So they give them like 30,000 things. Just pick the ones that they actually are. Moor. Why you capitalize? Okay, never mind. Moor Cockins of Atlantic Coast. So the earliest appearance of the variant of the name Amorogari Kakan in the land that eventually became the United States. So it wasn't the United States yet. Boom, boom. By the Spanish in 1680 as Amaracarisi. Amaracarisi, right? A tribal name contained in the title of Florida Mission, El Nombre de Dios de Americarisi. The name of the gods of the Americarisi. Dios, the name of the gods of the Americarisi, or let's say Dios means people, like Los en Dios, the those of no God, so the people, right? El Nombre, the name of the people of the Americarisi, or is Americarisi, which was acknowledged as a Yamasee town located in the Timucua province of La Florida, right? Timucua people call themselves Canaanites, by the way. Y'all can look that up. Wait, Timucua. Let me try it. And it's funny because Timothy, Drew, Timucua, Timucua. Timucua, is it? Yeah, Timucua. All right, Timucua. Canaanites. Because I heard the wild Indian, he kept calling Canaan land Moors Canaanite Moors. Oh, yeah, here come the Canaanites. I'm like, what is he doing? All right. Where do we have it? Or are they going to make us read through 1,000 things? Timucua Canaanite ancestry. See if we got it in here. Timucua people, Georgia and Florida, same place we were just dealing with. What is Spanish Moss? You're already going away to do the other stuff. What are you doing here? I'm gonna have to find that one and pull it up. Probably post it on my Instagram or something. But yeah, these people. Matter of fact, oh, here it is. Here it is. Hold up. Is this it? Choose it. No. Oh no. No. Who had that damn research? That was from what's his name? A Tauntionist one. Put that out that the Timucua people was calling themselves Canaanites. So let me go back to Carolina Genesis. It says Temuco Province of La Florida. Swanson applies the name Americanisi as an original name of the Yamacraw, an abbreviated form of the Yamasee, which appears in South Carolina records as Amasee. Compound prefixes Amoragari and Amacari are similar. Amor, ama, from Spanish denotes beloved, probably derived from Sephardic Amora, and Gari, or Gael, denotes people in Muskogee language family, and also Amorgari or Amakari of a bilingual etymology is roughly translated as the beloved people, right? The beloved people, Amogari or Amakari. South Carolina public records prior to Yamasee War of 1715. Remember how I said they'd be changing up the records? So public records prior to the war, probably when they burned the shit down, mentioned the Yamasee as the Amacareo or the Amacario. Wait, Amacario and Amacareo. Okay, Amacario and Amacareo on the Westobo, also known as the Savannah River. Wow, that's right where my grandparents live. Yamiskaron, a variant of Yamasee, was given by Francisco de Chicora, 1721, when he was held in captivity by the Spanish. Okay. Swanson inaccurately suggested the Yamiskaron of the Siouan etymology because its appearance of the non-Muskogean R in the word, but the emergence of the ending aron is simply Spanish third-person plural past tense verb suffix conjugation as the hablaron, they spoke, hablaron, they spoke, and andaron, they walked, and cantaron, they counted, and so forth. The word Yamiskaron thus applies to be a word of a deliberate bilingual context exhibiting both native and Spanish influence. Yamiskaron is Spanish and, mixed up influence. Metoic suffix kakan implies the act of teaching, interpreting, or speaking. Therefore, Amoragari kakan, interpreting, speaking, kakan. Therefore, Amoragari kakan can be translated as beloved people who interpret. Within the context of the name Amoragari kakan, the native root word appears to have derived from the Muskogean and Matoic language families. So hold up. So the Amoragari kakan native root is derived from the Muskogee and the Metoic and this is Creek. This is Muskogee, right? So-called, right? That is where the damn language of Amoragari kakan even comes from. I'm not taking this from no Spanish. It comes right from the damn Indians of this land, right? Expanding the Atlantic seaboard south to north or vice versa, northwest, south, now, you know how we did. The expansion of the Amoragari kakan is more extensive than initially realized. So it's way bigger than we thought. Let's look at what they took away. The extra bulletin census of the 5 civilized tribes published by the Department of Interior and the Census Department of Washington, D.C. since 1894 acknowledges the existence of 19 tribes in South Carolina, claimed by the Creek Nation alone and the Muskogee Confederation, right? That at one time inhabited at least half of the state of South Carolina. The Yamasee or Jamasee, also referred to as Amoragari kakan, and the Amacarisi or the Amacareo, were listed among the 19 tribes as being dark complexion found widely scattered among the inhabitants of North and South America. They were supposed to have been immigrants from Africa prior to the European discovery of America. Supposed to be, right? Supposed to be. Let's read this again. The Yamasee or Jamasee are also referred to as Amoragari kakan or Amacarisi or Amacareo, were listed among the 19 tribes as being dark complexion found widely scattered among the inhabitants of North and South America. And it says when you look up Americans, those were the copper colored races found here by the Europeans. Forget the rest of the meaning, like my brother Iz says. They were supposed to have been immigrants. supposedly had been immigrants. This is a presumption again, right? There ain't no fact to that. Supposed to have been Africans prior to the European discovery of America, whom de Leon persisted in slave hunting about Beaufort, South America in 1520. So look, if European or Spanish de Leon, this is the first dude that came over to America in 1520, if his thing was about the slave hunting, all in Beaufort, South Carolina, you're chasing down free people and kidnapping them as slaves. De Leon was a Moor, by the way. Having captured Francisco de Chora, remember, let's go back up. Let's go back up. Don't get lackluster. Remember, 1721? Yamasee was given by Francisco de Chora, the variant for Yamasee. Yamascaron, variant for Yamasee, was given by Francisco de Chora when he was held captivity by the Spanish, right? 1721, go back down. We pull it right into place right here. Captured Francisco de Chora about this time. Wait. Somebody's pulling tricks. Somebody's pulling tricks, Morris. Y'all peep? Watch how we doing. Watch how we doing. The beloved people war, 1715, boom. Yamascaron, the variant was given by Francisco de Chora circa 1721 when he was held captivity by the Spanish. 1721. Keep that in mind. 1721, right? That's when he was held in Spanish captivity. 1721. We go down. It says right here, Francisco de Chora, it says South Carolina in 1520, having captured Francisco de Chora at about this time. That's 200 years before. No. How did they capture him 200 years prior to when they captured him? 1520, 1721 when he was held in captivity. But they saying 1520 when he was captured. Wait. So he survived 200 years slavery? This is lie. Got him. Whoever. So whatever European discovery of America and the Leon persistent slave, they made that up. Because why in the hell does it displace Francisco de Chora's time in captivity? What they doing with this Moor right here, this de Leon or de Leon? What they doing with him? With his date? Would mess the whole thing up. What's going on? Something about this. 1721, 2, 1, 3, 4, plus 7, that's 11. So that's a gateway. Maybe that this is 8. Double R, Boris. Who knows? I'll find it out later. So that's part. Another thing I'm gonna have to pull up. Yeah, the Temuco Indians being Canaanites in this whole de Leon 1520 confusion about who he had in slavery because the times don't match. Leon referred to the Yamasee as or Jamasi, also implied as Amargorikakan and the Amarkarisi or the Amarkareo, as Negroes being valuable laborers, while the Indians were deemed worthless. Pat Spurlock Elder, in the Melungians, examining of the Appalachian legend, wrote, Englishmen were deemed the people of North Africa so dark as to be called black, and historically used Moor and Negro almost interchangeably. Let's do that one more time. Pat Spurlock Elder, in Melungians examining an Appalachian legend, wrote, Englishmen, people from England, deemed the people of North Africa so dark to be called black, and historically used Moor and Negro almost interchangeably. Now, watch what we do here. Watch how we get them, right? The word black and the word Negro wasn't even out back in a time for them to almost interchange it. Because if Moor goes back to a people, because Moor go back to Morty, and Morty means the people of Mauritania. And there's two Mauritanias, one on one side, one on the other side. They got Mauritania, Tintatanus, Mauritania, Caesarensis. Mauritania, the Tangerines is Mauritania, Tintatanus, which is where we are right now, Mauritania, Tintatanus. Anyway, in those times, Roman times, they would call Maoris. After eugenics in 1775, they changed. They added in Negro to and added in white to these in these categories. They had Mongolian, Australoid. These words are all based off of eugenics, deeming people as animal and low regard. So we take that black, throw that out, historically use Moor, boom, and Negro interchangeably. No, no. How you gonna historically use Moor and Negro if historically Negro wasn't even out yet? Let's do that. Let's do that. Etymology. See, I watched the Indians and I watched the Moors try, but they went through the wrong. They did it wrong. Well, they did it right, but I would have did it different. Let's just go right to Negro. Let's all that other stuff, like we can look up everything all day. Look up Negro, right? We get the Negro 1550s, a member of black skin race of Africa from Spanish or Portuguese, negro, black. From Latin, nigrum, nominative, Niger, black, dark, sable, dusty. So how come in Latin it doesn't relate to a people? It starts to relate to adjectives for, bad weather or, weather, sky, feelings. It When you take it back before 1550 and you get to Latin, where all these romantic language come from, there is no more word to mean anything for a people when you're using Niger or Nigrum. You're talking about a black object applied to night, storm, the complexion. But what's the complexion? Can skin have color? Subjugation here. Complexion of the sky? Can sky have complexion? Because mind you, keep it in context. When it says the complexion, from Latin nigrum, it doesn't say anything about human beings in any of this. The complexion won't relate to a human being. The complexion will relate to the darkness of sky or storm or night. Figuratively, gloomy, unlucky, bad, wicked. See, so now these two last words, bad and wicked, have negative connotations that tie to this color now, this descriptive color for an object, right? According to Devan, a word of unknown etymology. So watch this. They don't even know the true etymology of Negro. Did they make the word up? Did they made it up? They don't know the etymology. According to Watkins, perhaps from pi newt, night. Latin word also applied to the black peoples of Africa, but the usual terms were Ethiops and Afar. So right. With Latin word also applied to black peoples of Africa, but the usual terms were Ethiops. Afar. We're still dealing in eugenics because ain't nowhere named Ethiopia. It was Abyssinia. Afar is a damn tribe of the Ethiopian, the Afar tribe, Africa, right? So when they try to say that night, so they perhaps from night. The Latin word also applied to black peoples of Africa. When? But usual terms were Ethiops. So that could be debated, but we'll keep going. As an adjective from 1590s, listing the capital N becoming general popular 20th century, whatever that is, 1930s in New York Times, Jesus. Reference to United States citizens of African descent. See? 1960s. How do they go from 1930s and 1960s from 1590s? They're skipping like a whole couple hundred years. And you just go, that's how it sits. Nah, that's not how it goes. Professor Booker T. Washington being politely interrogated as to whether Negroes ought to be called Negroes or members of the color race. They asked Booker T. Washington what to do, right? Has replied that it has long been his own practice to write and speak to the members of his own race as Negroes. They use the term Negro as a race designation to employ the capital N. Hey, 1906. So this dude, I don't know what he was doing. You call yourself that. Okay, now watch this. Meaning. So Negro, right? Meaning African American, right? According to African American vernacular, the English language as spoken by U.S. blacks is from 1704. French negre is 16th century, borrowing from Spanish negro. The older English words were Moor and blackamoor. A Middle English word for Ethiopian, Ethiops, right? Perhaps also called negro generally, was blue man, like Johann Blumenbach. Moor. Johann Blumenbach wasn't no damn European. He was a Moor. He was a blackamoor from Germany. And we're Moors from America. See? Capital N. But this is what they do to you. When you go look it up, right? More now, North African Berber. They put you right in Africa from the gate, right? One of the race dwelling in Barbary. Barbary is that's a whole nother story. Late 14th century. This is around the time y'all was trying to shut down the damn empire or something. Conquer the land or shut down the Moorish Empire. Anyway, from Old French, M-O-R-E, Moor. Medieval Latin, Maurus. From Latin, Maurus, inhabitant of Mauritania. From Greek Mauros, perhaps a native name cognate with Mauros black. But now watch this. When Latin say it, it means a people tied to a land. I told you Mauritania can be found over here as Mauritania to the time of South America. But Maurus, inhabitant of Mauritania. Not black or nothing. Greek later say Maurus means black, even though the word black wasn't even out yet. So they lying again. 14th century. They say Negro wasn't used till later. What, 16th, 17th century? This 14th century, 200 years before. They're lying. I catch them every time. So watch this, Morris. Also apply to the Arabic conquerors of Spain. Arabic is Sufi, right, Moor? What Moor gave that one up? I think brother is again. Arabic conquerors of Spain, right? Arabic means Sufi. Sufi means woolly. So the woolly conquerors of Spain. Were they from Spain though? No. Being a dark people in relation to Europeans. Now, how come they don't never use that meaning? How come they don't never use the meaning of Moor? Now, skip all this crap up here. Being a dark people in relation to modern Europeans. Their name in Middle Ages was a synonym for Negro. Middle. Remember we just showed you Old English was Moor? Middle. They calling you Negro. Later, 16th, 17th century. Being the nearest Muslim to the Western Europe. That's Iberian Peninsula. It was used indiscriminately of Muslims, which Muslims also is more dealing with a certain time of Latin, Persia, Arabs, etc., but especially those in India. Cognate with Dutch Moor, German Mahar, Danish Mara, Spanish Moro, Italian Moro, and related to Mores. But now, especially those of India. India, the place they call India is called Hindustan. Guess where original India is? And this we're gonna steal off what the Indians be saying. India superior. Copy off the Indians. Oh no, my fault, Morris. Boom. Copy all the Indians, and we got over here La Florida, India Superior. So India Superior, La China, which is Mexico. We just showed all that. India over here, but in America, it's all connected. It's all connected to, and it connects all the way over to so-called Europe, which connects all the way into Africa. Oh, and then when you get down here, so they got the so-called what do you call that? Australia is under South America. That's what we doing. That's what we doing with this map. Ancient Greece and ancient Rome in America. Whoa, whoa. That's what this ancient Greece. You see who we got here. It's Michelle Gibson. No wonder. Of course, Michelle. Duh. That lady blows minds. Look. Tampa, Florida. Don't that look like the Moorish design I was showing you? Moorish designs. Man, we ain't even gonna deal with her. Here we go. The ancient Rome, the Greece, and damn America. His mother. A daughter showing this. Let me get to it. And got the symbol over there going in. American goddess Columbia. This is the Indian Greek goddess Columbia. Greek equals Greek. You see what they're doing? You see what they doing? Listen, look. This is. Oh man, let me let Michelle slap you on the face real fast, real quick. Look, this is the Indian Greek/Greek goddess Columbia. The goddess Columbia is the personification of America, since she is the symbol of liberty and justice. You can see the statue is dark and it reflects. Can't even see. Oh my gosh. Give me that back. I gotta see that again. I don't even know where the thing went. So wait. Greek. Wow. Can't even find the words to it. But anyway, it says something about her being a Moor. Oh no. We're gonna have to go back out because you can't take that from me. What is going on? It doesn't want to move. Michelle Gibson goes in. Let's get into Superior. Pull it up. You can see India Superior is also America at the time, where it connects into all these other lands, which is connects all the way over to this. It's all connected. Bering Strait. Oh, y'all went the wrong way. Bering Strait. Y'all went the wrong way. See, this don't never disconnect from this over here. See, Baylor R, right? India, right? So when you move over a little bit, you unlock Florida, Mexico. They showing a big ass connection. Yeah, this is another version of like a what would you call it? A Pangea. So thing. Why doesn't it? Okay, wait. Let me try this. She got it. Oh, that's crazy. She going in on this. I just gotta see that. Let's see that. Yeah. All right, there it goes. Hide that. All right, boom. Statue is dark and reflects the features of a Moorish woman. Columbia is also the District of Columbia in Washington. Statue of Liberty. Washington, right? They said it was a dark-skinned woman. The original, remember when they moved it, they sent the joint to France? There you go, right there. Moorish woman. Greek, Creek, Columbia, Indian. Boom, 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 boom. Get out of there. Get out of there. And you already seen India Superior. So basically, when we go back, let's keep India Superior right here. You see that's part of America, India Superior. It says right here, Moors. It is used indiscriminately of Muslims, Persian, Arabs, etc., but especially those in India. Go back, India Superior. Boom. This the ones in India. Okay, thank you. So we're in India. The ones in India is Moors. Right? Islam? Okay. You want to see another version of this being India? Okay. America Cive India Nuvo. Let me find the right one, because sometimes they get me on a damn goose chase. Yep. But this map, I'm trying to find a particular one that actually like says it right for you. Because some of these jumps don't break it down right. Yeah, see like this one, it don't say it. I gotta find it. Uh is it this one? No, that's the bottom. All right, we gotta find this. Oh, here it is. Boom, boom. There we go, boys. All right, cool. Low point. Woo. So you see right there, it's a America Sive, India Nuvo. I said Sive is Shiva. America Shiva, India Nuvo. America, Shiva's New India. Right? Uh-oh. Uh-oh, America's India. Uh-oh. That's why Hindustan's not India, because America is. Uh-oh, but the original name they called the Indians here was Moor. Simple. Simple. So let's get into a little bit of this. All right, yeah, we got them out of here. Let's deal with these people. Look, guys, this book called Rand McNally and the World Columbian Exposition. Let's go, 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 go. This is what they saying was the goddamn. This book is breaking down the fair. Look at the buildings. You see it from the side, but this is what the Indians are saying was a goddamn circus only. Let me show you what was a circus. Let me show you a circus. Get this right, just right out here real quick. Circus starts in now. Where is it at? Oh, down, down, down. Boom. So look, Morris. I'm gonna go through the pictures. Trust me. Look, the United States government. No. Let me show you that they created this shit in 1893. These people came over here 1892, Ellis Island. Prove me wrong. We created this shit for them. We were the builder with the Moors and all that. I'm gonna show y'all us walking around. The pictures, watch. United States government, dimensions 345 by 415, right? Floor 6.17, right? Cost 400,000. Material 4 million feet of lumber, 1.8 million pounds of iron. Wow. Designed by government architect Windrum, whoever that is. See? Just some name, Windrum. Height of dome. It had a dome on it. Okay. 236 feet diameter. 120. Bro, they created a government. Decorations were more than noticeable. The government, that's the building. This is the damn United States. This building down here. That long ass building. That's the United States. The government exhibit includes exhibits by the Department of War, State, Post Office, Treasury, Justice, Agriculture, Interior, the Fishing Commission, Natural Museum, the Smithsonian Institution. The Mint shows every coin made by the United States, huh? And the Bureau of Engraving and Printing shows the samples of the paper money. I got it, Morris, and it don't even look like the money y'all used to. A map of the United States, 400 feet square is shown. This shit, look, Morris. That shit about them having 10 by 10 square and that being United States, y'all lucky because old United States used to be 400 square feet. It's still not a whole goddamn continent. It's just this little place we built them. Oh yeah, World Columbian Exposition. Yeah, because there was no damn Christopher Columbus. We had the Columbian World Fair, and we taught them. Columbian just I told y'all Columbia, the Moorish mother, aka Indian, made of plaster and on the scale showing the exact curvature of the Earth's surface. Huh? Curvature of the Earth's surface, the height of the mountains, etc. There is an exhibit of heavy guns and explosives and a daily battery drill on the government plaza between the building and the lake. The group of small buildings on shores of the lagoon consists of the United States Weather Bureau. Huh? Life-saving station. Life-saving station. The lighthouse exhibit. The naval observatory. More. The hope we created the shit for them. What? The life-saving station? At the north end of the government plaza is a terminal depot of the Intramural Railroad. The visitor can then proceed toward the lake along the naval pier where Lake Michigan floats, or rather stands, the battleship Illinois. Huh? Y'all want to see a slave ship? We don't got no slave ship. We got battleship Illinois. An exact reproduction of a United States coastal battleship, coastline battleship. Dimensions, length, 348 feet, width, we could do all that measuring and break that down. That probably got some stuff to it. Military mass. So yeah. Cost $100,000. Government naval exhibit is made in the battleship. More inside the battleship, they had a government exhibit. If y'all ever been to Philadelphia, they have boats along the pier of Delaware River. You can enter some of the boats, and they have the boats done up like goddamn restaurants. Heir to Moosaloo. The Moosaloo. Niggas be like, oh, that's a slave ship. Nigga, you a slave. Ain't no damn slave ship. It's just it's a restaurant on a boat, aka battleship. Moorish history, anybody? I'm showing you it right now. The government naval exhibit is made in the battleship. So the exhibit for the naval government is in the battleship. The ship being manned and by a crew detailed by the government, and the discipline and life on the man of war shown. The berth deck are exhibit various appliances made up of man of war outfit. Yep. All the uniforms of our sailors from 1775 to 1848 are shown by janitors dressed in appropriate costumes. Boom, niggas. Ain't no such thing in no damn North America. This is your damn circus. The circus is the fact that you believe that the circus is your government now. You don't know that the circus is you building this shit. You are the clown. You're the high priest. You don't know no more that a foreign person in your land is not the clown. He's going to act like you're the clown because he knows the real clown is the king. So they never let you be that. He just show you the Joker kicking Batman ass every movie. Batman got all the wonderful toys, cars, all the luxuries. Name to me the Joker's weapons. Does he have any? Janitors dressed in appropriate costumes. Man, goddamn. Janitors dressed in appropriate costumes. I hear Kirkman Bay. Kirkman Bay was the janitor dressed up in appropriate costume, man. Look, damn profit. North Pier entrance. So I'll skip down. Foreign participation. Victorian house. No. We'll get to it, Morris. I'm about to show y'all something. These niggas talking about everything is a goddamn circus. Let me show y'all circus. We gonna see the circus. Circus. German village. Okay. We got the Turkish village. Okay. Moorish palace. Next, beyond the Turkish village, upon the left is the Moorish palace. This building is in design after the style of old Moorish temples, the remnants of which are still found in some portions of Spain and North Africa. Remains. They were over here. Let's deal with it. Introduction into this building are various novelties in the line of the illusions, camera obscura, etc. So here we go. Trying to take you into an illusion out of what the truth was that you were always here. There is also a restaurant in connection with this feature capable of seating 500 to 1,000 people. Okay, here we go. One of the great attractions in this building is the exhibit of $1 million in gold coins arranged so that the visitors can go through the building and without inconvenience to themselves view this mass of gold, which weighs approximately 2 tons and occupies a space about 2 cubic yards. What are they doing with gold in the Moorish palace? $1 million worth. Do you know how much $1 million of gold worth back in 1893? Shit. Whose goal was it? Whose goal was it? Because I just showed you they had a United States thing where they had all their paper, they had all their coins, all the rare coins of every goddamn thing. And as soon as you come to the Moor's Palace, $1 million in gold coins. Do you not get what's going on? Opposite the Moor's Palace is the lecture hall, where Mr. Edward or Edward Moybridge lectures and exhibits the zoopraxiscope, illustrating the science of animal motion. Oh wow, that sounds like when you watching a cheetah run in very slow motion, that type of stuff. The visitors then entered nature, watching nature how the Moors did without the goddamn scope. Near this model, celebrated Eiffel Tower, which is centered on the attraction Paris Exposition 1889. The visitors then enters the street in Cairo, immediately across from the Moorish Palace. The street consists of a reproduction of old historical buildings of the old Egyptian city. And the said buildings are installed. Such shops and other curiosities are peculiar there too. So they're making it like they just built this up, right? They just built up. Look at the buildings that they just built up. They just built this up. What you talking about? Wait till I show you. No. I can't take it no more. We're going in. Boom. Okay. These people, they're going to keep on playing these games. All right. Epcot Center looking stuff. What is this, Morris? What is this? This is New York's the Triline and Perisphere, New York World Fair, 1933, I believe this was. 1935, I think. No. Or 45, something crazy. Look at it. Look at the buildup. Look at the damn, this shit look like the Epcot Center and the circus, circle around the big Epcot Center ball. Come on, more it's a circus. The same thing, like how they had it set up with the entrance in England. Entrance, circle, circus, right? Set up in damn New York's World Fair. Europeans built this. All right, hold up. Is that all right? Which one is that? Boom, boom. This one too. Shit. What are they talking about? Come on, take all the time loading. Why can I? I guess it's zoom in. As close as I can. Oh, thing finally wants to pop up now. Weird. What are they doing to me? I'm trying to get the button and make the rock. Hold up. I can't find the. Oh, there it goes. Boom. This was part of the Columbia Exposition. Look at the building. They say this is made of wood and plaster. Seriously, look at the building across from it. They got the goddamn. This thing look like they got the boats and all that. This thing look like Venice. All right. What else we got here? All right, got that one. Boom. Seen that. Boom. This is the real one. Oh, 1939. This is the real look of the Triline Periscope of the New York World Fair. Actual shit. So it's crazy. Like, bird's eye view of the Columbian Exposition. Yo, the Columbian thing, this thing is serious, bro. Look at this building over here. Like, look at this thing. And then look at the water in between. And how this thing over here. And then look up. This thing is set up like Egypt, right? You see all the water, how you just sail up to the thing, right? You got the little council type thing for the Americans. You see the little foreigner flag. Once they get past the consulate, get their little passport or whatever, they coming in through the city. This little thing right here was a big, like, it looked like a Statue of Liberty. And then you go run, through the water. This is like a White House right here, a Casablanca. So who built all this? Who built this building right here? Who built this? The Europeans did this. Is the Europeans built this? How come they don't got buildings in Europe like this right now? And I'm gonna show you the real ones, like the real scale. See, like this New York. What New York? What New York? See the little figure right here, the little white figure right there. That's like a little statue, John. It's looking like another White House. They got another circle, another circus. Circus again. So what is this? This is New York. The Ford Exposition Building, the Chicago World Fair. I think that's in 33. So the Ford building was looking crazy. We already seen that. You already know this. Seattle. They got this shit look like Jetsons. Jetsons house going up in the air and all these people running around the thing. They got the train car and all that. No wait. All right, yeah, that one. Oh yeah, we're gonna get to that one. That one's the scimitar. Souvenir, the post office. I mean, actual post office. Look how big it is, and look at the dome on it. All right, here's some of the real buildings, like how they looked in reality. Ain't no see the steeples? It's like that Tartarian design. Ain't no Europeans built it. Wait till I show them standing next to the building, and the thing dwarfs the hell out of them. Dome. What we need? Dome. Okay. Horticultural building in Philly. Wait till I show you the inside of this. Dome. All right, let me show you the inside of this jump. This is another view of it. Bicentennial. 1876. Shaker Mexican. Look at this Shaker Mexican work. It's Moor's design, Moor's. This is the Cordoba Mosque stripe look, right? This is the horticultural building. Look at it. Europeans did this? Okay. That's good. Over here. Boom. That's another view of it, cartoon version. Boom. Horticultural Hall. They tore this down, by the way, guys. It's not there no more. This was on Shaker Mexican. See the little dome over there? I think I got the real version of that, too. President Ulysses Grant opening the Centennial International Exhibit. This is him opening it. Look at all the stuff in there, like the little Egyptian designs. But okay, this is the type of stuff I'm talking about, Morris. Look at the damn statues on the damn building, right? And look, this is the Europeans. Look at how small they are compared to the ledges. Look at who built this, bro? Who built this shit? Who built this? They got the horse and buggies, right? But look at the fucking building. They lied to us. Look how big. Wait. Back out. Look how big this building is, bro. They lied. If this is the times of horse and buggy, you see the horse and buggies. Look how big the building is compared to the Europeans. They don't even fit the layout of the building. It's like it's made for bigger people. You see what I mean? They low down here, but the door's still all the way up here. Look at 3-story shit, like the Moors is doing. Just like shit like that. It's just like, come on, bro. Like, how now? It's another view of it. Like, you can see the full. Look how big the building is. Like, what the fuck is that? Like, what is this? See how the church is made to scale, like to fit them in it. This shit don't even look like it's made for normal sized people. Show that, John. Islam, more the shit before it's time looking at them. Yeah, more. Yes. They don't even have nothing to do with these buildings. They talking about, the building was made of plaster and wood. This? Plaster and wood? Oh, yo. No, no, nobody's stupid. Now, Morris. Let me go back to this. Let me show y'all this. All right. Okay. Now let's get into this little niceness, right? Look at it. Your White House. This is the Casablanca Moors. Red and green flags flying from your shit. Look at this. Who built that? Who built that? The Europeans built that? Look how small the Europeans is to the building. Look at them. Small as shit to this big building. And then look who we have here. The more. Wait, hold on. Let me zoom in. Yo, what's these two? What's them two doing, bro? Like, what they doing? Hold up, like, what is they doing? I'm on a world tour with Muhammad, my man. What? Okay, those are not. That's circus. Those are circus. Those are Moors. Those are two Moors. That's not circus. What are you talking about? Those are two Moors in Chicago, 1893, and everybody else around them is Europeans. But they're foreign. Like, bro, why are they there though? They're not supposed to be there. We're not supposed to be able to find this. Why are there two Moors there, but the fez is on? I ain't even done yet. Shit, we're out of here. They thought they had me. Nope. Where we at? All right, dealt with all that stuff. All right. So for the last stunt, since you're looking at the Moors, right? I'm going to show you how America was, how we literally gave an America for them. Here we go. Zoom out. Back. And nobody's ever showed y'all this shit before. What the fuck is this? Money? Listen, Moors. The money is from the World Columbian explosion. Look at the money. Admit to the bearer. If you go look up the damn treasurers, you won't be able to find them. Some other bulls, like, you won't find them on the records. What? They got the Indian up there? They got the fake damn presidents? Huh? What is going on? That's supposed to be a Moor up there or something with the hat on? On the upper left hand corner? What are we doing here? No, y'all tripping. This is all out of control. This is what started your America. This is the first notes. World Fair notes. I'm not done. We already seen him. Pull him up. Boom. They all got it. All of them. Fake monies. Look, no. It's even realer than the money you think is money. Let me show you this. Right? We know it's all fiat. But why does this says American banknote, Company New York. God damn it, this thing is in my way. But y'all seen it, like American banknote at the bottom, Company New York. So not United States banknote, not Treasury note, not United States. United States Treasury note, not Federal Reserve note, American banknote. Moors. There was an American bank. Moors, I'm telling you. Ferris wheel concession. Look, why is it Moorish design for you to ride the fucking Ferris wheel? This thing look like a passport. One ride, right? Let me show you the secret of the Ferris wheel of the World Fair. Let's get into it. Oh, here you go, the Indian. Boom. Morris, when you ever heard of a sealed certificate to get on a goddamn Ferris wheel at the midway placements where the Moors was at? Moor, they were going to school. They were coming here to go to school. Look, 1893 World Columbian Exposition, 1803. Oh no, 1893, my fault. So this is him graduating his little school under the goddamn Ferris wheel. Visitors official certificate. Look at it. It's sealed. You don't believe it was going to school? No. I'm about to shut them down. You don't believe they were going to school? Diploma. Columbian Exposition, the Board of Lady Managers. The Board of Lady Managers. Okay. Of the World Columbian Commission by order of the authority established by law, Act of Congress, United States, of the something, this diploma of honorable mention to, and they wrote his name down because he was an architect. He was one of the architects of it. And guess what? You had to come to school to learn that type of architecture. And they gave you an award after you graduated. Look, guess who gave them out? Johnson & Johnson. Columbian Exposition, 1893, awarded Johnson & Johnson, World Fair, right? Drug and Circular Chemical Gazette, January 1894. Okay. Johnson & Johnson, highest medal and special diploma. Look, these, Linton Moist dressings, the people who did that, right? The absorbent cottons, right? Boom. The belladonna clusters, right? They got a damn award. They got a diploma. It was school, Moors, for them to learn. To learn how to run government. Superior of materials, excellence in workmanship, uniformity in mediation, and efficiency. They got awards from Johnson & Johnson, the same people who popping people right now with some type of COVID stuff. Look at this. So Morris, what we doing? What we doing here? We already up. Yep. Americanization schools. Oh, let's do that real quick. Carlisle. Carlisi? Is that how we Carlisle? Carlisle School. No, I ain't spelling that right. Oh, shit. School. Sorry, guys. Time to roll up. Carlisle Area School. So let's get them. Let me see where we're at with this. Oh, shit. The Carlisle School. Guys, y'all ready? Y'all ready? Is this the job? Nah, if of course you see they don't give me no information. Where? Okay, no, I know exactly where that is. I don't let none of this stuff get away from me. All right, let me go to the jump. Cause y'all gotta see these goddamn. You gotta see this shit. These people, cause these people, it's these group of Indians now. They native as hell, and then they up here saying that Olmecs ain't black. The black people from they all African, so they got a damn eugenic ass stipulation with themselves. And they just too retarded to even argue with or debate. So let me just go and pull this out. You got to see this. All right. Supreme Court, no license. U.S. Foreign policy. Smith Month Act, no. Headdress, screenshot. No. Damn. I'm trying to remember when did I even send that to myself? No. Damn, I can't remember what the hell that thing was called. The Carlisle Indian School. Let me try that. Carlisle High School. Okay. Carlisle Indian School. Not logo. History. I just seen a symbol for it. Oh, okay. Boom. Industrial school. Is this it? Yes. Okay. That's not a crescent moon, guys. Don't get confused. We're going down. Whoa, Lordy. Who are all these babies? Who are all these babies? Why they look like the Indians? This $5 mix though. How come they don't look like Ab Power and all them type of Indians? Why they look mixed though? Like who the hell is these Melungeon ass Chinese? Who is these people? Look at this. Look at this shit. What the yo? Ain't this a plantation land? Y'all got them going to school on plantation lands. Who are these people in the back? What is this? What is this? See, Moors, what is the hell is this? Y'all want to talk about a circus? I'm looking at a figurative, not even a real circus, figurative, subjective circus. What the hell is this shit? Sheesh. It's a 10,000 Native American children. What? No, Moors, let me tell y'all how when you see an Indian come up to you or a Native and he starts speaking some language and he sounds he's like, I'm not talking nonsense. Listen, they went to school to learn all that shit. The first language was created by Sequoyah. Huh? Sequoyah created the first language. It's Cherokee, like 1793. I don't even know if it was that far back. Let me Sequoyah. Sound a little bit like Sequoyah. 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 Spelled it almost right. Sequoyah. George Gist or George Guest. Nigga. Okay. American polymath of the Cherokee Nation. So he knew math and all that stuff. Okay. In 1821, he completed his independent creation of the Cherokee syllabary, making reading and writing in Cherokee possible. His achievement was one of the few times in recorded history that a member of a pre-illiterate people created an original, effective writing system. I go this far as to say that he was the only one that made a language that was written and speakable to do business and trade with the Europeans and the native or the indigenous, right? Because they say American indigenous groups. Okay, they ain't never had no written languages. They ain't no speaking languages. When he created Cherokee in 1821, that was the first written language, first spoken language of the Indian, first known one anyway. So there you go. Oops. Oh, and look at his turban. Look at him more. Okay. Let's get to the pictures. Turban. Cherokee alphabet in English. Man, come on. This shit's stupid, bro. Like, why is it everything in English? They got him dressed up a certain type of way. I don't know. I like that jacket. Sequoyah ain't moored up, dog. He the only damn Indian with a turban on with the smoke pipe. What's up? But Sequoyah created that language. So where's we at? Sequoyah. No. Where is we at? Carlisle. All right. Pratt's belief that Native Americans were equal to European Americans. The school worked to immerse the students into mainstream Euro-American culture, believing that they might thus be able to advance and thrive in a dominant society and be leaders of their people. Moors. They're educating them to hate on dark-skinned people. Do you get it? That is the Euro-American culture over here, to hate on the dark-skinned people. And every time you see somebody dark, they're African slaves, they're this, they're that. And when we say no, I got actual ancestry to show. I can show you my ancestry from my grandmom and them. I got my records. I got my DNA done and all that stuff these Indians be saying. I got that as a Moor. Got my genealogy pulled out of that too. Got my genetics done. So I know exactly who I am. Right? Many white Americans believed that the only hope for survival of Native Americans, whose population was declining in number, was the rapid assimilation into white culture boom. That's what we're facing now. So when you see these dudes come out like, oh, we Native American, we can speak this language. You're just Olmec. You're not Olmec, you're African. Those are eugenics cursed-minded motherfuckers. Those are the people that they have fully assimilated into white culture. You're assimilated now. You think like a white supremacist, even though there's no such thing as the word. We know white and black are just social constructs, but this is how they act, right? Carlisle meant to turn the school into ultimate Americanizer, right? Unlike Hampton, whose purpose was return assimilated, educated Indians to their people, Carlisle meant to turn the school into an ultimate Americanizer. So, ain't it? Okay, Hampton. He wanted to assimilate them, then return them to their Indian families so they could indoctrinate their families. In this one, he wanted to ultimately Americanize them. Ain't that the same exact thing? What's the what? And Carlisle Pratt attempted to kill the Indian, save the man, aka we gotta breed the Indian out of you, cut your hair off, do this. But they're not even Indians, guys. They're not Indians. So they teach them that this is what happens, but it's putting a false culture into them, making them feel like, oh, well, we are Indians when they really from Asia. They really from Siberia, right? And they do their blood test. It's going to say East Asian, like damn near 100% Native American, but they never were from here. If I go, there was a girl who took a test, a 23andMe test, and she was Asian, and her test came back and said she was fully American. That's why you gotta get your the genes pulled out of that joint. Woman results come back wrong. Let me try Korean woman. Yeah, Korean woman. I gotta see this shit. Is this it? Is this it? Is this it? Is that it? Boom. Wish I had first delivered. Boom. Alright. Is this it? Please let me think. Let me see. They showed her. Immediately saga. Okay. Is this the job? Surprising home genetic testing. I admit. Dang. Let's see this one. I don't think this is the one. Because in hers, it just popped right up. 20. No. It was this Asian lady. God, Korean lady took a 23andMe test, and the joint came back saying that she was American. Oh my gosh! And it said something about 23andMe test provide results faulty for indigenous people of color. Let me try that one. Wait, can 23 identify this? Is that it? Oh, wait, is this it? Please be it. Please be it. Please, wait. Ancestry comparison, haplogroups. No, get out of there. What is this? Ancestry composition. No. Indigenous. No. Faulty. Oh, is this it? Faulty. I think this is it. Cause this joint hidden. 23andMe has a problem when it comes to ancestry reports of people of color. All right, now I just gotta type it in. Wait, this is crazy because it's one of them articles. It's like crazy like that. 23andMe has a problem when it comes to ancestry. Let me see. That how's that? Yep. Here it is. Oh yes. Thank you, Sybil C. Star. Damn. Yo, because it's one of them ones that if you don't know the exact words, so let me get all this out of here. Because we killed them. We killed them already with circus. Don't talk to me. It's Moorish ancestry and Moorish architecture. You would not know anything about it. Yep, get all that out of there. Carlisle bastards. Get them out of there. Get them out of there. Up. Leave that. Shit. You seen this code already, I'm sure. American Indian, Eastern tribes. You see Moor right here. Moor. And this is the CDC. They know where Moors right there. Moor concept code 1237-7. Your Moors. Okay. Boom. This is the hierarchical code. What is it? R1-01. Your American Indian, right? American Indian, right? Boom, go all the way down. Boom, 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 boom. 37-7 Moor. Cool. We out of here. All right. So you know you're Moor. Damn it. It's all the way in the CDC. They know it. So how don't we know? Get that out of there. Get that out of there. Boom, boom. So now we just line this right up to 23andMe so we can get these people and their confusion straight. 23andMe has a problem when it comes to ancestry reports for people of color. What? Brown eyes, brown hair. Okay, let's see what's going on here. I did a 23andMe genetic test because I suspected I might be partially descended from Middle Eastern medieval merchants. Moors? You ain't no Moor. Who were Korea's first Occidental trading partners. Oh. So she know about that. Okay. My feeble basis for this theory included my hair texture and possible epigenetic explanation for my Jewish conversion. You converted, that don't make you a Jew because you converted. Here we go. So we go in. No doubt for, okay, non-Caucasian, skip down to her test because shit got weird. This is her test. She said she was Korean, right? 61.6% Korean. East Asian, 93.3%, right? Right? So this is right. East Asian, Korean, right? Chinese, 14. Right. So that's way more than 100%. You got 93.3 in Asia. You got 61.6 in Korean. Okay, so you're already over 100% that you're Asian. Look, East Asian, Native American, 99.9%. What? What just happened? What? Wait. How do you become 99.9% East Asian and Native American, but you're 99.3% East Asian and 61.6% Korean, which is way more than 100%? You're unassigned. Less than that. And then you got no available data. Unassigned. So these little bars back here, which probably got the Korea in it, they're not listing it. What you mean? Look. More when it's smaller, the smaller little gaps on your on these bars, right? That means you can look at those as like cubes, right? Little partial cubes of time. The smaller ones mean the bloodline go back to a more ancient origin because it's so small. The longer lines denote a more recent transgression, right? So if your line is real long, look, see right here, East Asian and Korean. Look how long it is. Recent, right? So you go back to Chinese, look at the small one. Look, Chinese, Southeast Asian. Look at the small little Jones back here. Chinese, small. Chinese, small. What's that? Chinese, extra, extra small. That's saying that she's ancient Chinese, Korean, and all that. In the Pablo groups, when you see these little small, let me open this up right here, because you might not be able to see what I'm saying. See these little small little chunks, the small chunks that represent the real ancestry, how far your shit go back, right? So the smallest chunks represent who you really is. See that small little slither? And we relate the color. It's not orange, it's yellowish, right? So she's East Asian, like really East Asian. Like her ancestry goes far back to East Asia, right? So let me show you why with them putting this goddamn Native American is wrong, and why it's wrong when any other person is looking like her didn't know their ancestry go to damn Siberia and this shit come back saying they 100% American. This is why it's wrong. Let's look. In which I discover I am part Japanese or not, who knows, right? So she don't even know who the hell she is, right? Also, astonishingly, the report shows that I am 13.4% Japanese and 14% Chinese and only 61.6% Korean. What do you mean only? It says, I was looking forward to watching my parents freak out. My sister texted me, oh, Dad will probably blame Mom. Sorry, Moor, that's the goddamn alert I know y'all just got. So this is to my disappointment, my parents did not freak out, or did they get into an amusing argument? So the thing was happening when she showed the DNA test to her parents. She expected her parents to freak out. Oh, here we go. I doubt that most 23andMe users realize how paltry the company's data is for non-Caucasians. For example, the data set that 23andMe used to generate my report has 76 Koreans in it, according to Dr. Joanna Mountain, the company's senior director of research. 76 Koreans. It is estimated that there are at least 7 million Koreans living outside of the Korean peninsula, which include the 1.7 million in the U.S. among the worldwide population of 83 million, right? So what they're doing is they're taking, see how there's only, in the data set, they only taking 76 Koreans, even though there's 7 million of them, right? And then they're not testing the ones that are in America now, like the 1.7, they're not testing them and putting them in this Korean data set. They're gonna rate them as Indians because they're here and they look like so they rate them as Indians. So that's what this thing is all about. They keep small numbers of everybody who's not European, even Africans. They keep small numbers of all those groups and very large numbers of Europeans, only Europeans from America. They only test them and some of us, right? So out of these mixed weird numbers, all the Europeans that they test, they got to go back to Asia and America, which is weird. Us, we have to go back to Africa and nowhere else. So that's why all of y'all DNA tests, if you take it, it'll say West African something, because they're using a data test from only West African ancestry, from people that was probably from West Africa in the first place, or that was from America that they tested in West Africa. It gets confusing. But the thing that we notice is this is how you shamatard a whole conversation. In my DNA, I got 3% of Mongolian in me, which they say is Native American, right? That says that my ancestors a long time ago had transgression with the Mongolians that came over here since the 1300s, right? In that case, how could I be from Africa in the 1492 shit? If my ancestry, my blood right now, has transgression between the Mongolians, which only happened in America. There was no Mongolian migration to pass through West Africa. So why you got me listed as a West African if I got Mongolian in my blood? Oops. It would I would have to be an American because that's where the Mongolians mixed into races in the Americas. 76 Koreans. So small numbers of the Asiatic, the people of color, free people of color, or whatever, and high numbers of the European Oyobo, right? So we see basically when you do that, they put you into a thing where they just relate you to whatever data set you go to based on your looks, your skin color, your eye color, your hair color. But those are all based off of eugenics. Your skin, eye, and hair color don't denote your blood. Boom, niggas. You can have blonde hair, pale skin, but you might have some ancestry up in you. So they tried to hit her with we insulted. Look at these numbers, Morris. So I can show you the data set I was trying to explain. Native American and East Asian. This is the number of data, number of people they tested. 23andMe set, public set. 808 and 560. That's the number. Look at how many Europeans they test. 6,421 compared to the public set of 461. So the public set makes it kind of look like it's in there, right? But the 23andMe set, the one that they use, you're more than doubling, tripling, quadrupling the set of East Asian, Native American. So the only way, if I'm an East Asian, I take this test, it's going to show me the East Asian shit, but then it'll show me that I'm mixed in with European somewhere. Probably not that much African at all. And then when we go down here, we see additionally 23andMe. Here I got the. Oh, here we go. Sub-Saharan African. Look at the small set. 228. What the fuck, bro? How do you compare now? So if it's 200, let me see, 228 compared to 6,421, that's crazy outnumbered. 396. Somehow they're more than us. They're more than us in the public set, but they keep them relatively the same, so they can kind of trick you out. Keep the public set the same. Keep the set that they send you back. Keep that like all fucked up. And then they just tell you, oh well, we don't have any databases that test this. What you said, more Samaritan. We don't have any data tests of that. We don't have any data tests of indigenous black people. Oh, black people come from Asia. I mean, black people come from Africa. We don't have any data tests until we pull up Albert Perry. But that's the end, Morris. Oh yeah, no, there's one last John. So now we got the connection of the 5th century church and the stillness of Chesapeake State. This is dealing with the fact that Moroccan monks came to America in the 5th century and built a church over here. They didn't call this land America. I just wanted to skip to what they called the church. What they called the land. So it says these. So see these little items here. I'll just skip to what I'm getting to. How long is this? No. I'm just right to what I'm sticking to. Then we out here. These items indicate that it was a place of worship, an early Christian church. These artifacts are illuminated by Libyan Arabic texts found at Figui, Morocco, a remote oasis eastern Morocco, right? 1926. The prophet was on it. These tell of a voyage undertaken by North African Christian monks sailing toward the setting sun to Akshamal, right? Like Alaska, Akshamal, Aksha Mal. The northern land is what Akshamal means. Subjective of Northern America. A diffusionist scholar, Frederick J. Pohl, who studied the Figui inscriptions during the 1960s, placed the monks' arrival in North America at about 480 AD. Morris? 480 AD? You mean to tell me these are the Christian monks that were the descendants of the Nicene Council? Yes, love. And they came over to goddamn America. And they set up their Christendom. But their Christendom back in the 400 AD looked a little like Moroccan. That's why they had Arabic script over stuff. Okay? That's how it works. They were from North Africa, but what about the people they bumped into when they came over here? Huh? Because you already know Hanno came already by the time they did this. What about the people they bumped into? Huh? Wow. 40 years ago, here's some strange carvings on wood, Connecticut woods, obtained by services of the local physician, their authority, book describing Noor's voyage to America. Moors, okay. Poole anticipated Viking, 6 king, V-I-King, 6 king, the 6 lands of Scotland that all the kings ruled. Those are the Vikings, the 6 kings. It's a play on words. Origin for Connecticut inscription. Seeing them in person, however, he knew at once they were not 10th century runic, but they belonged to something entirely different and much older. See? It predated what he thought it was. Seeking the clues from the immediate environment, he noticed that nearby cove situated as the landfall ships was visible from the inscription. Let me skip over here. It says, together with Poe, I sought out the opinion of the other experts in pre-Columbian matters. Here we go again, Columbian. Their insight combined with diligent independent research to reveal the Gulafert location as an early Christian church and baptismal site of Byzantine Greek North African origin. Byzantine Greek North African? That's a lot, right? It's mixed Christian, Byzantine, baptismal. Greek North African, right? That's confusing, right? No. Byzantine Greek North African origin. Epigraphic evidence identified its construction or carving by Christian monks who voyaged to Connecticut from North Africa in the 5th century. So these are Moors who were Christians and monks that voyaged from North Africa, Morocco over there to here. Funny part about that though is the time that they left to come over here, that land wasn't even called Morocco. Oops. It's the land of the setting sun. Where does the sun set at, Morris? Sun sets in the west. So if they say they come into the land of the setting suns, those monks in their understanding thought that they was coming to a western land, even though it was the east. So they were coming to Morocco, the eastern land that's called the west. Ain't that some shit? Now we can do it with that. Morocco is the eastern land that's called the west by foreigners. To understand the origin of the reason behind the 1600-year-old undertaking, something about the history of the early Christian church during the period is needed. By 430 AD, more than 600 bishops operated across North Africa, mostly in Tunisia, where Christianity sank its roots in the dark continent at the ancient Phoenician port city of Carthage, Moors. From the beginning, the new faith was a tale of violence and heresy under emperors Decius, Valerian, and Diocletian. Many Christians everywhere were arrested. Christians were arrested. This never gets old. It's the same law from goddamn 313. Many Christians everywhere were arrested, tried, and executed on charges of theological or political subversion because they characterized the deities of all other faiths as devils and called for the downfall of the Roman state, which was the Moor state at the time. If you speak against our gods and call them devils, you got to get your head cut off. Do you see? That was Moor's order. You couldn't, all this shit they doing today, speaking all against our God, speaking against Noble Drew Ali, their heads would have been rolling down the goddamn pipe, and everybody knows it. Let's read that again. Many Christians everywhere were arrested, tried, and executed on charges of theological or political subversion because they characterized the deities of all other faiths as devils and called for the downfall of the Roman state. Cursed heathens. Cursed heathens. Manichaeism. Meanwhile, fanatic followers of Manichaeism, Montanism, and Pelagianism, and a dozen other largely forgotten heresies fought bitterly between themselves for control of Christianity. Yeah, see, these are the breakaway Christian religions, all the ones we just named. They were all fighting for the control of religion, like the control of Christianity. Now, understand, Christianity at the time was the government. Carthage, they were fighting for the control of the republic. Not no Christian shit. Look, it was a republic back then. I'm about to prove it. For the control of Christianity. Among them was Arianism. After the late 4th century, Alexandria, and now watch, and Arianism is what they do right now, where they act like they practice an Egyptian, but just to break away from Christianity, even though they know their mother and them practice Christianity. Just to spite Christianity, I'm gonna be a damn Egyptian. But then the Egyptian shit y'all all into is gay shit. How did Haru have his child? How did Haru have his child Kobesanu? How? How did he produce his children, Moors? You got to go look up the story of how Horus had a baby. It's weird. Okay, after the late 4th century, Alexandrian priests who preached against the alleged divinity of Jesus. Now, look, Arianism, they preached against the divinity of Jesus, aka they preached against the nobility of the Moor. Jesus was a Sufi, woolly hair. So if they're preaching against the divinity of Jesus, they're preaching against the divinity of us, the Moors, because we were the saviors of them, right? Arius claimed that the Christian Holy Trinity was a descending triad with only Father as the true God. Huh? Nigga? Jesus was considered the Son of God, but only thought by grace and adoption, and was neither co-equal nor co-eternal with the Father. You know what they're doing? It sounds like they're talking about Jesus. They're cutting the mother out when they do that. Watch. You need the Trinity. It brings the mother back. Because they stressed the human nature of Christ, Arius and his followers were condemned as heretics. Niggas, ain't no humanity and no damn God. We are the damn Christ. How you going to sit there and say, well, Christ got human nature? Huh? Are you calling the goddamn sons of Allah mere mortals? Erase this nigga. That's how it was, right? Arius and his followers were condemned as heretics by the councils of Nicaea, 325 AD. Y'all didn't know that was a Moorish thing, did y'all? The 56 years later in Constantinople, even so, Arianism so spread throughout the Germanic tribes of Northern Europe, fleeing from other barbarians. The Vandals crossed into North Africa early 5th century, remaining there for over a century until 534 AD. Saint Basil and Saint Augustine had introduced the Cenobitic or common life form of monasticism into North Africa. The latter saint forming his rules for monks as early as 388 AD. Okay, so that's your common laws. That's your common laws, more common life, common laws, 534 AD, right? And then some as early as 388 AD. Okay. Meanwhile, North Africa was ruled by 6 Vandal monarchs. The 6 kings, the Vikings. Remember Moors? These Vikings later went up into Scotland as Africans. Where were they at? Look. Meanwhile, North Africa was ruled by 6 Vandal monarchs. Okay, after the descendants of them leave out of the 6 provinces in North Africa, are they still Vandals? No. They are now African, and whatever the religion or nationality that the people claim, that's what they are. They're Mauritanians now. They're Berbers now, right? They change with the times. And we talking about bloodlines, 1,000 years, you know what I mean? North Africa was ruled by 6 Vandal monarchs, 3 of whom, Gesseric, Heneric, and Thresmund, vigorously persecuted their fellow Christians. Listen, Moors, these people was persecuting their own Christians in Roman Catholic Church, right? Heneric sent many bishops in an attempt to purge monasticism from the North Africans. Gesseric drove away many monks from deserts and mountains of eastern Libya, later to be a part. The latter part of the 5th century. That's when. See, right here. When Gesseric was driving out monks practicing the wrong forms of Christianity, they came over to America and built the church. Where the Trinity? You ain't gonna deal with Trinity. You're gonna deal with man is God, so you could play God. Punk ass niggas. Only after Roman Emperor Justinian sent his general Basadius to conquer the Vandal army 534 AD, were non-Aryans able to safely return to North Africa. We kicked their ass out; they couldn't come back. At that time, North Africa includes America. That's why think about it. The Vandal army were safely able to return North Africa, right? Because they were kicked out. That was America at the time. Vandals crossed into North Africa by early 5th century, remaining there for over a century until 534 AD. Until 534, right? Vandals crossed into until. Here we go. Conquer the Vandal army in 534, were non-Aryans able to safely return? So after the Vandals were defeated, here come these non-Aryan bastards. That's how it works. That's how that works. All right, so destruction. Oh no, my fault. The non-Aryans are the good guys. My fault. Sorry. They got kicked out. Vandals got kicked out. The Vandals kicked them out. They were able to return after non-Aryans. Okay, which means that the Vandals were partial Aryan as far as their belief system in this non-Trinity thing. Destruction wrought by the Vandals at the end of these years of trouble by the trousered men, Vandals, was vividly described in the figweed inscriptions by a monk who returned to his homeland after the Vandals' defeat, North Africa. He also described the voyage of fellow. There we go. There we go. He also described the voyage of fellow ascetics to North America. In the name of the hermitage of the fraternity now dispersed abroad, by oath sworn to Christ the Lord, the testimony of an eyewitness who has returned home by ship, that has put into the seaport now in his homeland a second time, ended are the years of trouble by the trousered men. The author wrote destruction by fire, looting, and eventually escape of the monastic community toward the setting sun to Akshamal, or across the northern land in several ships, across the void of waves, guided by a cross staff by which to sight positions of the sun and presumably the stars, and using calculations known only to their helmsmen, they crossed the mid-Atlantic Ocean. After months at sea, they made landfall in an unknown country, then ventured into the wilderness. The inscriptions refer to a north and west course from Morocco. At the southern Connecticut site, 96 holes or capsules have been found. All are in the form of chrysomes or monograms of Christ and Blessed Mother Mary. They were practicing the Trinity. Some are also acrostics in the shape of fish, spelling the abbreviated Greek letters of theological statement about Christ. They talk about the Piscean age. Acrostic verse arranged. Okay, we go for the capsule skip down. Oh, here we go. Greek. Yep. Boom. Jesus. Isos Christos Theos Isos Soter. Jesus, the Son of and God and Savior. Okay. Fish. Boom. Chiro. That's what I was trying to get to. The fish. Half of the fish connected with two sides that form the chiro. Okay. And we showed already how the chiro that was used by the Masonic order of Mozarabic rite, like all the way back in 1400, 1300. So yeah, the guy. Oh, here we go. MP, Greek letters spell out MP, first last letters of the Greek word mater, for mother. Here referred to Blessed Mother Mary. They returned the mother back. That's what had to be done. The two forms can be seen in former Byzantine Cathedral and Sancta Sophia in Constantinople. Now in the mosque, there are uncovered archaeologists presented engaged in their restoration. So they returned the mother back. Here it is. Christ, Blessed Mother Mary in the mosaic of Christ. The letters are MPOY, or Metatheria Theo, the Mother of God. Greek and Mosaic, yes, the Mother of God, not the Mary, the Mother of Jesus, the Mother of God. That's why you have to do this Trinity, because either way, the mother returns back to her principle. Because if she's the mother of Jesus, she's the mother of God, because she's also God's father. I mean, God's mother too. What else we got here? Baptized Christians. The flame shape represents the Holy Spirit received at baptism. Yep, the mother. Ninth hole in the middle of the front stands for the Paschal candle, symbolic of Christ. They call look, I used to go to Catholic church. They call the Trinity of Christ the Paschal mystery. The Paschal mystery, right? So as a Sufi, now I have no secrets. And the secret of the Sufi is not the mystery of the mystic. So you extrapolate that one. Yeah, ancient American issues. So basically, in America, they got all these goddamn Greek Byzantine letters that mean God, Jesus, and all this stuff. But then they say, oh, yeah, it's in North Africa, but it's Carthaginian and all that, and Byzantine, and it's all in America. Okay, that's what we're talking about. All this shit is found in America. Forget what they saying. Connecticut, early Christian church site, Connecticut, boom. And so you're seeing all these symbols and signs from over here. What they're going to do is tell you, oh, it's people traveled from America. Why can't we just have an ancient history here where we create Christianity and all that here? Why? Why are you trying to act like you created something? Scandinavian, Micmac, and Indian tongues, Nova Scotia. Okay, so they're just talking about how these Greek languages interwoven themselves into the Indian scripts, like this Libyan Cyrene and this Latin Greek. Okay, an Indian tongue of Nova Scotia, while other is Greek spoken about a Cyrene and Libyan. So an inscription carved by two languages. All right, so y'all shared languages with people who came over from North Africa, which y'all keep calling Morocco, even though there was no Morocco until 1956 over there. So yeah, we done. Yep. So the last sentence says, ruins in the church they built confirmed their landfall in America 1,000 years before the official arrival of Christianity with Christopher Columbus. We know that's really the Columbian Exposition. All right, 1492. We already showed you the Black Americans of 1492. Really the Bolivians. So everything's done. Everything's tore down. It's all wrapped. Everybody go home, go to sleep. Everybody go. And this guy is the guy Robert Benjamin Lewis, right? Look at what Robert Benjamin Lewis talks about. He talks about the word Negro. Negro is derived from Latin term nigger, right? And we just do this. We just did this in our etymology. Let's see what this Moor said, right? From 1844, right? The word Negro. Negro is derived from the Latin word Niger, meaning black. The following terms and definition are an American edition of Dr. Walker's dictionary. Moor, a marsh, a fen, a Negro. Marsh, fen, bog, swamp, a plant. Oh, okay. Moorish, fenny, marshy, Negro. Black a Moor, or black Moor. In Dr. Johnson's dictionary, American edition by Reverend Joseph Hamilton. Find these words. Black, Negro, cloudy, mournful, wicked. Black, a Negro, dark color, mourning. Moor, a Negro, marsh, hen, bog. So it's funny. They're using this Negro, sort of synonymous, but then after it, when you're black, your color, you're mournful, you're wicked. When you're Moor, you're representing land. Marsh, fen, bog. Moorish, Maury, marshy, fenny, land. Negro, black Moor, Moor. So Negro is a Moor, but okay. So all Moors, all black people are Moors, but not all Moors are black. If that would make sense to you. So like all Negroes are Moors, but not all Moors are Negroes, because once you get to the Moor, it says Negro, but then so he's of the land. This black guy, he ain't really have no land. He don't have no connection to land. He just has connections to stigmatism. wicked, mournful. What if he's a nice guy? Dark color, mourning. What if he's happy? Dark color means morning, but dark means night. I thought they said night. Well, how does it mean morning? Or are you crying morning? Yeah. Dictionary: schools, American, Negro, an African by birth or descendant of one full blood. Moor, a black man, a marsh, low ground, so land. Negro, a black Moor, a slave, meaning wrench. Okay, Negro, mean black. Okay, Moor, a black marsh, watery ground. So back to land. Every time it's saying water, Moor, it has something to do with land in there. But every time it's Negro, no land. Notice that. Every time it's Negro, they're trying to push you out of this land to somewhere else. But we all know, as Indians, Moors, whatever we call ourselves, they called us Negro indiscriminately. They put Negro on all of us. Just because we were darker than them. We get it. But see, what they mean when they use that is saying that we ain't from our land that we tell them we come from. Even if we show them the damn ancestry, the parents, whatever, it didn't come from there. The Doctor's Webster's Dictionary, complexion of skin, he calls it blood of Africa or the descendants as follows. Mangroon is all black, full blood, a whole Negro. Okay, see, here they go with this bullshit. Sambo, three quarters Negro. Mulatto, you have half Negro. Quadroon, 1/4 Negro. 1/4 Negro. A mestizo, half quarter Negro. Oh, yeah, Niger. Oh, Latin word formerly used by the Moors, the old Romans, to designate any black inferior object, plant, marsh, flat, bog, or animal. Now, after you get to these half-quarter Negroes, which it sounds like they're doing what they do in Indians, breaking down the bloodline like 1/16. Anyway, Niger, a Latin word, was formerly used by the Moors, the old Romans, to designate any black inferior object, etc. And plant, marsh, flat, moist ground, bog, or animal. So, going back to the land, could mean an animal depending on the fur, but black inferior object, not a person. So Latin referred to Moors as the old Romans, aka the Mauritanians, aka the Carthaginians, aka the Republic, right? Those is not black. They designate any black is an inferior object. So then they didn't designate people as black. Micah the Moorshite, prophet of the Moors, prophesied in the days of Hezekiah, king of Judah. And he spake to all the people of Judah, the Moors, saying thus said the Lord of hosts, Zion shall be plowed like a field, and Jerusalem shall become heaps of forest. Micah show up the wrath of God against Jacob, Yaqub, for idolatry. Mosheraf was built by the Moors in the desert Paran, in the land of Amalek, in the ancient encampment of the Israel in the days of Moses, in the Moorish War of Abdel. Some of the other books of Moses were burned. So we going all into the Bible now about how Moor is in the Bible. The appellation of Moor is given to those successors of Muhammad, pagans, Christians, and Jews, who extended their empire through North Africa, South Europe, and the islands of the Mediterranean. The Moors gained the highest reputation in both arts and arms for all of the nations of the East, which include America if you're doing this right. America was the East until Europeans came over here and started westernizing this shit. Remember India Superior? Remember that? Yeah. India Moors. Yeah. The mechanic and the fine arts, especially sculpture and painting, were in a very low state in Europe. When the Moors turned their attention to Europe and cultivated them in great success, the Moors had founded in Africa the Empire of Morocco. That means they had to go there to find it. How you gonna find it if you're already there? It means you just like you built it, you made it. No, they found it. They had to go over to Africa, like how the Europeans came over to America, and they founded Morocco, the Emperor of Morocco, over there. If you want to do it like that. So either way, we was Moors before we founded Africa's Morocco, and the empire that we was building over there, it extended from over here. Come on now, which was governed by the viceroy named Muka. Muka sent his general Tarif into Spain, who in a single memorable engagement stripped the Gothic king Rodrigo of his life and crown and subdued the country. A.D. 713, the kingdom of the Moors flourished in the south of Spain for the space of 2 centuries, and then understand Spain was they called Mexico New Spain for over 300 years. Understand that. And then understand that the European is only 600 years. So if he's the one telling you about all this history, how? He wasn't even here. He wasn't alive. Sorry. No offense, but it's true. And by the marriage of Abdallah the Moor with the widow of the Gothic king, the two nations became unified. In AD 732, the Moors penetrated from Spain into France and defeated the Duke of Aquitaine. So now you understand why there's a French and Moorish land grant connection and all that shit about why these people think that the Moroccans today is not the French. They're French. We're the Moors over here because we left. Like we gave that damn side of the temple up. Siege of Constantinople by the Moors occurred in AD 672 after the fleet passed through the unguarded channel of the Hellespont and disembarked their troops 7 miles from the city. But after 30 years' war and the loss of 30,000 Muslims, they were compelled to relinquish their enterprise, and by a treaty between two empires, the faithful were reduced to submit to the payment of heavy annual tribute. He's talking about the treaty now? This badge of servitude was, however, soon shaken off, and the succeeding emperors were able to enforce it. Jerusalem was taken by the Saracens, or followers of Muhammad, in 637. Saracens is more so. Alexandria in Egypt, taken by the Saracens. So this is after. This is the succession of the East. Well, the false East. Yeah, so it just goes and goes and goes. Yeah, that's all, Morris. That's all for now. Till the next extent. Bid you adieu. And yeah, I don't know. Probably think of something later. But it's long. How y'all still here? Damn. I'm trying to end this show. Oh, hold up. How y'all still here? It didn't even edit. Oh, here we go again. Crazy. I might as well play the music then. Alright, Nobles. I'm just gonna go out on some music because this thing acting like it ain't trying to turn off. I don't know what I done did. I done broke it. YouTube don't want to exit. That's crazy. I don't know what I did. The show don't want to shut off. Yeah, you broke the computer. Damn. Usually it would break to like turn off. I don't get it. I don't know what happened. Well, we're gonna leave on this note, Moor. So let me turn up the speakers. Let's hit them like this.
Common sense will lead before book sense. Canaanland Moors presents Common Sense and Legendary, bury me in the North Gate. Cemetery, February the 4th date. Son of Mary, stay ahead of my 4-day independence and army. Still another love case. With Jay's call, we bring him down like Jericho. Even though my Lions came, I'm just Jericho. I'll keep a mask on deck, I'm in the stereo. Big pandemic announced over the radio. Annoyed with the game, the joys and the pain. I'm Rob Bates, mixing with rock the hallway. I was in a lost state. Promise to me upright, promise to a lost state. Cooking like I'm Scarface, rapping like I'm Denzel. Like I'm Matt Stage, I boot Roman J. Israel. And number 4, I lay in plain sight. But people still can't see it, so it's fake still showing up. Fake still high, so the rate still going up. Warriors of the North Gate, we not slowing up. Born in the major, born to be savior. Walk through the valley of the shadows of the death of slavery. Looking for light, to look at Genesis. Astrally interested, evoke analysis. Abstract images of past life kicking in. Danger, to your life. Finishing, Maurusi, Moor, oracle. Using true powers to cipher allegorical. Lost the metaphorical. Holy books are metaphysics. Facts like a dirty more or a duality critic. Calling them Thomas on one side and get your face caved. Or cut like a torch. Drowned in my brainwaves. Squash my heat waves. Activating Kundalini. Abyssinia educated my Mussolini. Selassie, I am exiled. Reptile in Genesis. Neither superior and real. All I see is false evidence. Yeah, I'm feminist. Stomp on my elephants. More like no prejudice, but want Moorish benefits. When you feel the full magnetic resonance. It's the swarms of the sacred book, all maleficent. Great cosmic mothers. Return to viciousness. No pestilence. It's all the testament. Tap into remembrance. Never to forget again. Use energy right, not put spell effects on men. Wandering the earth plane with mosaic shade. Keeps you a mental slave. As the horizon fades, it's been decades. Since Christian crusades. Not enough rebellion. Too many visual bouquets. Burning on Tuesday. Canaanland Moors presents Common Sense and Weekly. What we do here is we add some common sense thinking to everyday situations or comments that may arise. Want to give it a try?
You may not have heard of the